Here we go, a chance over to the near side. We're going to have to replay this horn. Down low to the near side they go, battling for possession. Zaka in the offensive end, going to be over there to middle stat, over to Zaka. Zaka, he shoots, he scores! That's a trick! Didn't have to go, face off, and the gloves drop immediately. We got a fight breaking out here. Kostelic getting some punches up against Sam Carrick. They're right at the center ice. Going to be a big shot and a big win by Mark Kostelic, as he gets ripped down by Carrick after the fight. That's going to be an added penalty. That's going to be a game misconduct, I think, for Carrick. And the Devils are going to clear that zone over to the near side. Here comes Heischer on a chance. A shot denied. Rebound shot. What a save by Carter Hart. Waiting for it is, I believe it's going to be, it's not going to be Marner in front of the net. Here comes a chance. A shot. He scores! This is going to be Paul Cotter on the first shootout, taking it in towards the net. Going to make a shot. Deflected by Carter Hart. Jesper Bratt moving in. He takes a shot. He scores! Jesper Bratt gets the first goal of the shootout. The Devils have a 1-0 advantage. Here we go. Mark Stone. No attempts this season on the shootout. Here's his first. Moving into the near side, over to the far. He shoots and it's gloved by Jake Allen. Mitch Marner, ready to go. Taking it in from the near side. Working around with speed to the far. He goes and he scores! Oh no, did he double shoot it? Yeah, it's correct. Gloves immediately coming off. We got a fight right here at the beginning. Who is that? Zadorov and number 47, that's Struble, going at it right at the opening whistle. And here we go, Zadorov laying a couple of fists, and it's going to be back against the boards on the near side. A couple of fists going either direction. Still clinging on to each other over on the far side. Now they're all the way back into the Bruins offensive end. Still on their feet, still laying punches. The helmet comes off of Struble, and still laying some punches to Zadorov. And now Struble trying to get back in this fight, but Zadorov is absolutely dominating it, and they break it up on the boards. Up to the top of the zone, over to Mantha, intercepted, and here comes a breakaway chance for the Flames. He shoots, he scores. Connor Zary getting the first goal of the game on a breakaway after an interception. And there's the goal horn. There it is. I was wondering when that was going to proc. But yeah. Gonna take the draw and gonna be won by the Pens. That's gonna be Kindle. Up to the near side to Shea. Shea working down low. Gonna try and take it behind the net. Trying to create some room. Over to the far side. To the top of the zone. Over to St. Ivan. He sends a shot. Deflected. Oh, I thought that was in the net. It went over to the far side. Battling down low in front of chance. A shot. And he's gone!
He will not be denied twice. He will not be denied twice.
Bill Quaven, let's freaking go. That's how you do it, my boy. Passing back over to Novak. Novak taking it around over to the far side. Going to try and connect with Chinikov if he can. But here we go. Oh, boy. Here we go over to the near side. Carlson passing across. A chance. A shot. And he's done. Guys, winner. Let's freaking go, baby. Yes. The kid
took it on his took it on his shoulder and said, "Let me just clear this one."
That is how you do it. Send the kid clearing the Penguins' bench. Let's let that horn sing, baby. That is how you do it. The Pens pulling a comeback win off and not blowing it. That is how you freaking do it. That's how the Pittsburgh Mother Loving Penguins do it. If they keep playing like this, we'll be covering Penguins hockey late into the summer. Let's go! The Pittsburgh Mother Loving Penguins getting a big overtime goal. Ready to roll. Face off in the Pens offensive end. Going to be taken back by the Red Wings. Sider along the far side boards. Up through the far side. Battling into the neutral zone. Taken back by the Pens to the near side. Here comes Crosby. Looking to pass it across. I had a chance. A shot. It's gone! Ross! Front of the net, working with that puck, clearing it out is Kindle. A chance, a breakaway. He shoots. He scores! Igor Chinikov getting his first goal as a Penguin. Let's go, baby! 2-0 Penguins. Woo! Let's go! That is how you freaking do it. How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of JasonsRealm here today, bringing you guys live play-by-play coverage and reactions to the Carolina Hurricanes hosting the LA Kings in Raleigh, North Carolina. Should be a fun game for us today. Again, these two teams, I've said it in the last few streams, but these teams are desperate. We talked about it yesterday. The Kings now on the inside of the playoff picture, but only as a wild card. They want to get a little bit more security. They want to get a top 3 in their division. So in order to make that happen, they're going to start winning some games. And it all starts here. It all starts here with them. They got a big win against the Flyers yesterday. Going into this one here, let me double check our standings real quick. Right now, the Kings only find themselves 5 points out of first place, with 3 games in pocket over the Oilers and a game in pocket over Vegas. They also got a game in pocket over Seattle, of which they are 2 points behind. So, again, big things going on for the LA Kings in their division, in the Pacific Division out west. And again, same thing for the Hurricanes out east. They currently now have a 5-point lead in the Metro over the Pittsburgh Penguins for first place. But the Penguins also holding a game in pocket on them, which is going to make it a bit tougher. That means that all things equalize, assuming the Pens win their game in pocket, which you have to assume if you're the Hurricanes. The Penguins will still be down 3 points, but 3 points is not a lot. So the Canes still got to take care of business themselves in order to keep the Metro secured. Because I'm sure the Penguins would love to have that top seed in the Metro and take a wildcard opponent on with home ice advantage. So a big game for both of these teams. Question is, who wants it more? That's the big question we're going to be finding out the answer to today. Looking at yesterday's games in relation to these, both of these teams did play yesterday. The Canes playing against the Capitals, I believe that was in D.C. And the Canes ended up losing in overtime. So you can't be saying there's a lot of college basketball on. If you're interested, yeah, there is. There's a lot of college sports. In fact, we might be doing some college sports here, not this coming streaming schedule, but the one after, because the Olympics is going to take away a lot of our possible streams. So we might do some college sports that week, a little bit. Maybe some college basketball, some other stuff, you know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It all really depends, because it all depends on what happens with the new job as well. If I'm getting beat up consistently, I might only do 4 or 5 streams that week. It all depends. Plus, we're also working on the gaming channel as well, a fun little side project, if I do say so myself. But overall, focusing on this game here, it is a big one. Our starting goalies are going to be Anton Forsberg and Brandon Bussi. So we should be in store for I would presume, a low-scoring game. It would not surprise me if we're staring down the barrel of a 1-0 final in this one. Or it wouldn't surprise me if the Canes end up running away with this, because Bussi is he's been lights out. We saw him against the Sabres. I think it was, last week or a couple weeks ago, something like that. He was lights out. 222 goals against, 908 save percentage as the shutout. 24 games, 23-1 on the season. So he has absolutely been lights out for the Canes. Anton Forsberg, 910 save percentage, 248 goals against with a shutout, and he is 9-6-4. So, but that is on 20 games. Where is Jason? Don't run yourself ragged. Hey, man, I get the concerns, but I also love doing these streams. So I want to do as many of these streams as I can for you guys, because I love doing them. But between the lack of sports during Olympics week and all that fun jazz, we'll see what happens. We'll see. But over to the near side, the Canes going to have to try and work out of the defensive end. And they will take it back over to the far side taken from Armia into the offensive end, working with it to the far side, losing control, and it's going to be back into the neutral zone, where the Kings will take it back to their defensive end. Well, I appreciate it, Cabby. I appreciate that, bro. I really do. You know, you guys are the ones that make this channel. Otherwise, I'd just be a guy blabbering down here about sports. So it's you guys that really make this channel what it is. So I appreciate every single one of yins more than you guys can appreciate me. And don't say no. But we do have a penalty going to be on the Canes. Very slow to get up is going to be Mikey Anderson. Yeah, Martinook going to the bin already. The Kings going to be on an early power play. Yep, 2 minutes for boarding. Yeah. Anderson was trying to, yeah, that's not a good hit. Martinook trying to avoid the hit, tried to spin around and spin out of it, but just could not, and that results in the boarding. And going off the ice is going to be Mikey Anderson. He's heading down the tunnel. Hopefully he's going to be all right. But right now the Kings going to be running without Anderson. Taking a look at Rod Brindamore and Martin Hook in the box now. And we shall see. So, Corey Perry's not happy about something. Trying to figure out what he's upset about, but a lot of delay here between the face-off here. Yeah, Martin Hook tried to hold up. He tried to check it up a little bit, but was not able to. So an offensive zone draw for the Kings in the far circle. Going to get Kempe is going to get the boot. So Corey Perry going to take the draw up against Jordan Stahl on the far side circle. Stahl now going to get the boot. So going to take it, I believe, is going to be Nikishin. I could be wrong, but I think it's Nikishin. Top of the zone. The Kings to the near side, back to the point. Working with it down low along the boards. Losing possession of it briefly and going to get cleared up to the top of the zone. And is going to be taken back by the Kings in the neutral zone. Kempe wing to the far side by the blue line. Back and across. Pass going to get deflected. And the Kings will take it back into the defensive end. Working with it's going to be Brant Clark up through center. Going to pass it back a little bit. Trying to regroup their way up into the offensive end. Going to go off of Kempe and across to the near side in the neutral zone. Kings not able to penetrate the offensive end now. This is going to be a big problem for them if they can't penetrate. Now they do. Down low to the near side. Taking it towards the net. Shot! Not going to go. A wide shot there by Kevin Fiala. Over to the near side. Along the boards, down low, across to the far side. Working with it in that corner. The Kings trying to move it around the near side. Losing control of it. And the Canes going to take it right back. Moving it up and cleared out by Jordan Stahl. So the Kings and Canes both going to go for a change as Anton Forsberg plays that puck behind the net. Leaves it for Drew Doughty to the near side. Going to pass it back. And going up out of the defensive end come the Kings. 55 seconds to go on the power play now. Into the near corner in front of the net. Puck goes loose. And the Canes going to take it back. That's Sebastian Aho. Wing to wing. 2-on-1 into the offensive end. Here's your chance at shot. And going to be denied. Going to be high. Over to the far side. Going to be sent from the stick of Keandre Miller. And the Canes are generating an offensive chance on the shorthanded attempt. Passing it back. That's going to be Keandre Miller. Cross ice. Over to the far side. And going to dump it on into the offensive end. Killing off about another 10 to 15 seconds on that power play. Now Drew Doughty along the far side boards. Moving it up through center. And up on into the offensive end. Going to be off of the stick of LaFerriere. Into the corner down low towards the near side. Pass intercepted and cleared out by the Canes yet again. So the Kings going to take it back with Doughty behind his own net. 8 seconds to go on the power play. Over to the far side, a pass. Going to go back and around the near side out of the defensive end. Power play going to expire. But the Kings in the offensive end down low. A chance in front. Pass. Shot. Not going to go. Malott on the nice pass and shot attempt. But that puck going to get moved out by the Canes up into center into the offensive end. Going to go off a couple of sticks, including Yankowski. But over to the near side. Going to be taken by Ceci. Working with it, Cody Ceci to the near side. Going to pass it up along towards the blue line to the offensive end. The Kings trying to work something out. Jeff Malott, wing to the far side. Taking it down low and loose puck. Going to be sent around to the far side by Brian Dumoulin. Down behind the net towards the near side they go. And the Canes going to move it out the other way. Up on into the neutral zone where it's going to be taken back by Joel Armia and the Kings. Into the offensive end they go on the far side. Shot around to the near side. Goes high. Moving it around the near side boards. The Kings trying to take it back aggressively. They do in the offensive end. A chance of shot. Going to be denied. Not able to get the rebound was Armia. And that puck goes to the near side into the neutral zone. Battling for that puck, Kevin Fiala trying to send it back into the offensive attacking zone. And that puck is going to get onside for the Kings with a chance of shot. Going to be high and wide over to the near side. Moving with it along that near side to the top of the zone. Gets cleared out. And it is going to be no icing. They're going to wave that off. Back in behind the net to the near side. Taking it is going to be Brant Clark. Up through center he goes. Moving it around. Up into the offensive end he dumps. Back in behind the net to the far side. Battling along those boards. And the Canes are going to move it out. But the Kings take it right back at the back blue line. Over to the near side. The Kings dominating offensively right now. And as I say that, the Canes intercept the pass. 4-on-3 into the zone. A chance down low. Passing in front. Not able to get a clean pass to Aho, but to the top of the zone. Shot going to go wide. Over to the near side. Down low out of the corner. Towards the boards, towards the top of the zone. And we got a puck played with a high stick. Fans don't like it. It looks like it might have been an early whistle. Svechnikov did not touch it, is what the people are saying, but we'll see. We will see. And look at Rod Brindamore in his 8th season as the Canes head coach. He is 9-4-0 against the LA Kings in that span. Meanwhile, Jim Hiller, in his 3rd season as the Kings head coach of the 6-12 percentage, had 92, 54, and 23. So, a neutral zone draw here coming up. The Kings going to take it onto their end. Going to be taking the draw here is going to be Anze Kopitar against Jordan Staal. A little bit of 11-on-11 crime here in the neutral zone. That is good. Mikey Anderson skating back over to the bench. So he is good to go, which is good to see. It's amazing to see. The Kings do possess the game's only shot on goal, by the way. But over to the near side. Face-off won by the Canes. Moving it in. Keandre Miller sending it down low at Chase. And Kopitar not able to beat out the race to the near side. Puck goes loose. Armia trying to move it up along the boards into the offensive end. The Canes take it back over to the far side, through center, and into the defensive end of the Kings, where LA is going to come away with it up on into the offensive end, racing into the corner down low. Keandre Miller trying to race up against Trevor Moore for that puck. Goes loose to the far side, and the Canes sending it back down low again behind the net, getting possession to the near side. Keandre Miller moving it up to the neutral zone. Off a couple bodies, Staal passing across over to the near side, not able to connect. Trying to connect there with Ehlers, not able to do so. And the Kings moving it up a chance. Armia into the offensive end, passing across. Going to be a shot. It's going to be a nice save, but not able to control the rebound. Now the Canes will take it back behind their own net with Jordan Martinook. Going to slow this game down just a little bit. Just a little bit. And over to the near side. Gostisbehere moving that puck up into the neutral ice, into center, into the offensive end. He dumps. Backing around to the far side. Big collision along the board, and a King goes down. To the near side, Gostisbehere with a chance to the top of the zone, passing across. Back down to the far side. Again, a chance, a shot. Not even going to make it to the net. The Cane's going to get it still back at the blue line in the offensive end. It's going to be off the stick of Nikishin. Down low with a chance over to Gostisbehere's shot. And it's going to go high. Going to get redirected out of play by the goalie, Anton Forsberg. And a big brawl breaking out. Everybody grab your partners, spin them round and round. We're going square dancing, baby. Yeehaw! We'll see. I believe there's going to be some penalties out of that. Helene is up there grabbing up against William Carrier. Malott got involved. They're looking at who's going to go to the sin bin. What happened? Helenius was in there. Jankowski was in there. So that's what happened. It was Mikey Anderson getting into it a little bit there with Nikishin. And then everybody just grab your partners, spin them round and round. It's time for a yeehaw square dance, baby. And that shot was actually very close to scoring by Gostisbehere. That was right there. Quite literally off the post and up on out of play. How's it going, John? How you doing, man? We'll see. 14-12 to go here in the first period. 2 shots on goal for the Kings. I believe that's going to count as 1 shot on goal for the Canes, but we'll see. We'll see if they count that. Looks like they're stepping. Are they stepping away, or are they just going through some stats? Let me see if I can get an idea as to what the official ruling is on this. Wow. No penalty. Wow. That's kind of crazy. That is really crazy. But here we go. Face-off going to be won by the Kings, taking it back to the defensive end. CC across ice. Over to the far side, moving it up along the boards, up on into the offensive end. Going to be redirected off the stick of Bussy to the far side. Puck going to be tied up, goes into the neutral zone. Racing forward is going to be Taylor Hall. And the Canes moving it up on into the offensive end. The Kings take it back to the near side. Along the boards, up into the neutral zone. The Canes going to take it back. Going to be off the stick of Jackson Blake to the near side. Going to get ready to move it up. That was from Slavin. And I feel you, John. I feel you, brother. And now we got a penalty coming up. The Kings going to be penalized on that one. Kevin Fiala gets 2 for slashing. Yep, that's about as clear as day as a slash. Yeah, unfortunately, after today, I can't do much catching up on sleep. I got a real awakening tomorrow. Up and early, up and at 'em at 6:45, getting ready to go to work. Whoop-de-doo. Yes, Angel Network has the Carolina Washington. That was from yesterday. That was yesterday's overtime thriller. So, which that was a good game. That was a really good game. Let's see. Sounds like we might have Dad coming in. Also, he's the reason there's no Christmas tree down here anymore.
You ready for this, Jason?
What? Let me mic you up real quick. Got your mic over there. Amen, RFK. Amen, brother. Dad's putting his mic on. Boo, we want Christmas tree. Yeah, Dad. They want the Christmas tree.
Go ahead and put one up at your place.
I was going to leave it up. I tried to fight for the Christmas tree. I tried to fight for its rights because it can't fight for itself. But apparently, Dad is anti-Christmas tree.
That's right. Oh, this has started already?
Oh, yeah. It's been started. I told you it was a 3 o'clock game. You kept saying 3:30? 3. 3:30? 3.
2:15?
3.
What is it? What's the score?
Nothing. Canes on a power play, but we want the Kings, baby. This will give the Pens 2 games in pocket, down by 5 points. I mean, that gives you a 1-point margin there.
What do the people on the website say?
Well, right now we're splitting for the Canes. And the Canes get a power play goal right off the draw, basically. Right off the draw. Was it at least Gostashbeer? If anyone cares about Penn State basketball, they are playing Golden Gophers now. No, it was not Forsberg. Anton Forsberg's the goalie. It was redirected by Jordan Stahl. Shot there. Gostashbeer not going to get anything out of that, unfortunately. It was a shot by Svechnikov, redirected in by Stahl. Also, RFK wants to know what 6-7 means, Dad.
I don't know what 6-7 means.
No, the goalie didn't score. Dad said, oh, Forsberg. No, that's the goalie. That was scored on. How's it going on? You know how you doing, brother? So over to the near side, the Canes trying to move it up into the offensive end, but the Kings take it back to the near side. And the Kings were pretty much dominating 5-on-5 up until that power play.
Until I walked down?
No, until the power play.
Saying? Is that what you're saying? Until I walked down?
No. They weren't really generating opportunities, and the Canes were starting to pull the tide a bit sooner.
Canes are going to win this. This game's over.
So here we go. Over to the far side. Down low. The Canes moving it around the net in the offensive end of the near side. The Kings are going to send it kept in. Never mind. Not kept in. And the Kings, with a chance but delayed offside, gives the puck back over to the Canes. Going to be off of the stick of Svechnikov. Working with that puck. Going to pass it back and then across over to the near side. Jordan Stahl, was he wasn't the one of the Penguins, was he? There were 2 Stahls. Jordan and what's his name?
Gordon, I believe, was
a shot by the Canes, and not going to go, but the Kings trying to move it back out the other way. Mark Stahl?
No.
No, that doesn't sound right. Hold on. I'm gonna research this. Stahl brothers. Eric Stahl. Well, we got an offside here on the Canes. Yeah, Eric Stahl. Ain't that funny? Eric Stahl was drafted by Carolina. He leaves, and then Jordan Stahl comes into Carolina. That's why I didn't think that Jordan was the one on here, because I'd play a lot of NHL Slapshot, and there was a Stahl on the Penguins, and there was a Stahl on the Canes, and the Stahl on the Canes has always been Jordan Stahl, at least as of late. Yeah, so here we go. Keandre Miller sends it wide of the net over to the far side, and the Kings going to move it out the other way. Going to be moved in by Jordan Stahl over to the near side in front of the net. And sent by Miller across ice, not able to connect. Down low they go. Let's see, previous comment. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to ask Dad that. He doesn't even know what they are.
What?
Rocky Mountain oysters. I saw it, and I purposely didn't say anything, because I know Dad, I'm not going to do that to my dad. But yeah, over to the far side, battling for that puck, moving it up, going to be tied up still. Tell them what they are. I'm not going to tell my dad what they are, bro. He can look them up on his phone if he wants to.
I know what they are.
What?
I know what they are.
You do?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you did. But into the offensive end, the Kings. That takes a shot. Gonna go to the near side. And along the near side, the Kings trying to move it in by Doughty. Along the near side, down low, tied up for that puck, back in behind the net. Kuzmenko trying to move it along the near side boards, down low. Kuzmenko sends it across to the far side, racing for that puck. The Kings going to get to it, a chance, a shot, going to be redirected behind the net. Kuzmenko with that puck, moving it around the near side, back in behind to the far. Big aggressive push there by Jankowski. To the top of the zone, shot by Fiala, going to go wide. Over to the far side boards they go. Brant Clark moving it in. Over to the far side. Down low. And along the boards, pass going to get intercepted. Going to be taken back and along the near side. And top of the zone, chance shot by, not Doughty, that was by Edmondson, but not going to go still. And we got a Carolina icing. Like they all played? Eric Stahl. Mark Stahl. No, Mark Stahl didn't, I don't think. Jared Stahl did. He was the youngest, played 2 games, both with Carolina in 2013 alongside brothers Eric and Jordan. Wouldn't that have been confusing if he was on the same line? Stahl, Stahl, and Stahl. That would be a confusing play call. Stahl over to Stahl, up at the top of the zone to Stahl, Stahl back down to Stahl, Stahl to Stahl, Stahl to Stahl, shoots, he scores!
I guarantee you that Stahl would score in that line.
But like, wouldn't that be confusing? So here we go. Carolina going to send it back in behind. Puck goes out of play. But yeah, let me see. Mark Stahl, did he play for Carolina? I don't think he did. But yeah, just imagine that call. Stahl over to Stahl, across to the near side to Stahl. Stahl looking down low over to Stahl. Stahl and across to the far side. Fine, Stahl. Stahl back in front of the net. Chance. Pass. Shot by Stahl. Redirected by Stahl. Scores! Stahl on the goal with Stahl on the assist and Stahl on the other assist. Oh my gosh. That would be a call. Yeah, Mark was the lone man out. He was the one that never played for Carolina. The other 3 Stahls did. Jordan, Eric, and Jared.
Are all 3 of them offensive players, or were one of them
right wing, center, and center? So yeah, they're all offensive players. So you could have kicked Jordan Stahl out to the wing just like Gino is on the Penguins now, to have the Stahl line. Because they did play together. Jared Stahl, the youngest, played 2 NHL games, both with Carolina in 2013, alongside brothers Eric and Jordan. Yeah, there are 4. There are 4. Eric Stahl, Jordan Stahl, and Jared Stahl all played for Carolina. Mark Stahl played for the Rangers, Red Wings, and Panthers. Penn's defense play a scary third. Yeah, that was scary. Trust me, I had Stuart Skinner in fantasy, and I went from feeling comfortable to being super nervous in about 2 minutes, where I dropped 6 points because of that. But you got the 2 points. If Stu was gonna have if the Pens defense was gonna have a bad game, Let it happen then when you have 6 goals lead. You know what I mean? They should do white knuckle. Yeah. And the Kings actually getting one of their games postponed on this road trip, by the way. The game in Columbus. But here we go. We got a draw in the defensive end for the Kings. Near side, the Canes winning the draw. Over to the far side. Oh my gosh. Dad, RFK wants to say that St. Louis owns the Pirates.
Oh, they probably do.
Oh, of course. I mean,
at this point.
Well, CC sending it back in behind the net, over to the far side, to the top of the zone. Now over to Doughty, sending it towards the net, redirected over to the near side corner. Along the boards, trying to move it up. John saying, go Cardinals. Yes, sir. Unless they're playing the Pirates, then let's go Bucks, baby. So the Kings out of the defensive end to the near side, moving it up from the stick of Doughty over to LaFerriere, into the offensive end they go. Oh, I guess the how about them Cowboys? Oh, man, over to the far side, moving it up through center. The Kings are, but they can't control it. Taken back by Gauchespierre in the defensive end.
Is that the Cowboys South or the Cowboys East?
And over into the offensive end, working with it, Jankowski down to the near side. Shot going to get redirected. A nice redirect. No. Nice redirect by Ward. Elaborate.
Dallas Cowboys, or is it the Pittsburgh Steelers who has the Dallas Cowboys?
That do be true. No, it's the Pittsburgh Packers. It's the Pittsburgh Packers. Get it right.
It's Cowboys too.
No, it's the Pittsburgh Packers. Rodgers never went to Dallas. We're rebuilding the Green Bay Packers in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Aaron Rodgers, Mike McCarthy. We're rebuilding the Green Bay Packers. It's the Pittsburgh Packers. So here we go to the near side. The Kings trying to move it out of the defensive end, wing to wing on the far side. Going to be off of Corey Perry. Or not Corey Perry, that's actually Armia, my bad. But back in behind the net to the near side. Trying to move it up is Doughty. Going to pass it up into center, in towards the offensive end. Go the Kings, and it's going to be offside on Anze Kopitar. I own a part of the Green Bay Packers. That's cool, bro. That's cool. That is really cool, man.
Oh, boy, was that ever. Oh,
yeah, that's why if Brian Rust got 3 games, Tom Wilson better get 3 games. I'm just saying. That was like the same type of hit that happened to Brian Rust that he did. You know what I mean? So they better get at least 3 games for that. But over to the center ice area, the Kings into the offensive end. Kopitar sending it into the corner down low, going for a chase. Around the near side, bodies colliding. Going to be off of the stick of Sean Walker and along the near side. Battling for that puck. The Kings, quick shot by Armia. Going to be easily denied off of Bussy. Over to the far side, moving it out the other way. Up into the offensive end. Never mind. The Kings going to have to regroup. Going to dump it into the offensive end and allow the Kings to retake the puck back over to the far side. Down in the corner along the boards now. Over to the near side. Getting ready to move it up the other way. Here they go. The Canes taking it back now. Going to be off the stick there of Jackson Blake. Passing back. The Kings. Kevin Fiala with a chance. Can he control it? He can, kind of, but they have to go back into the neutral zone. Over to Fiala. Over to the near side. Going to be moving it into the offensive end from CC. Down into the corner on the far side. Down low. Battling for that puck around to the near side. Able to connect easily there to Byfield to the top of the zone. Not able to maintain the zone, though. And that puck going to be sent back and around to the near corner. Here come the Canes. Back in behind the net is going to be Taylor Hall to the far side. Moving it up. Up into the center ice area. Into the offensive end. The Canes go. Look at the quick shot. Going to go wide to the near side. Along the boards. Battling for that puck. Going into the neutral zone, and the Canes still having it, dumping it into the offensive end.
Has the Kings gone to a power play yet?
They had the game's first power play like a minute into the game.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. But over to the far side, moving that puck up along the boards, is going to be off the stick of Blake. A chance, a shot from the corner, battling in front of the net. Puck goes loose to the near side, and going to be kept in. I thought that would have been offside, but it's going to be kept in. Over to the far side, though. The Kings, it don't matter because the Kings come away with it. Here comes your chance. LaFerriere down low, not able to find much help. Now to the front of the net, passing across. Nobody home, taken back by the Canes. Moving it out the other way. Nice, whatever you paid, you overpaid. Yeah, you're right. 250 was too much. Oh my gosh, but it is a sense of clout though. Like I'm an owner of the Packers. A quick shot by Svechnikov and a big little Corey Perry getting into it with Svechnikov a little bit. So, oh Kempe, slow to get up. He's in pain. That's probably what led to that. Corey Perry sticking up for Kempe. Let's see. That's the second king to go down. The first one was Mikey Anderson, and he came back into the game later, but he had to go down the tunnel a little bit too. What was your dad's pet dinosaur named?
What are you talking about?
Let's see. Logan saying, bro's definitely bluffing. Oh, man. How's it going, Logan? How you doing, brother? Yeah, that was what led to that. So, Kempe back to his feet. But looking at that left leg, he's trying to get back over to the bench. Okay, good. He's going to the bench, but he's in pain. He's not going back to the locker room, which is a good thing. He should be ready to go later on in the game, I would think then. It's just really going to be a matter of you know what I mean? If it was something serious, they'd be putting him down the tunnel. But it looks like they're bringing him back to the bench. We appreciate it, Logan. We try to make a nice, chill place, you know what I mean? Provide some play-by-play. If we get start talking about other things, we start just talking sports, talking whatever. You know, kind of go with the flow. Take a look at a couple things here. So, Dad, what are your thoughts so far on this one?
I don't know. See how things go.
Except cupcakes. We're not going to talk about those, bro. That is like now the big thing that everybody on this channel wants to talk about. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Let me take a look at a couple of things. Real quick, our slate of games for today. After this one, we got the Bruins at the Lightning at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, and then the Golden Knights at the Ducks at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So an NHL triple header. Oh my gosh, Onion. Oh boy.
What do you think of this as an off season for the Steelers? You ready for this?
What's up?
Trades in the off season. We trade Jalen Ramsey to Buffalo for a 2027 fourth round pick. We trade wide receiver Roman Wilson to the Carolina Panthers for a 2027 sixth round pick. Alex Highsmith to Washington Commanders for a 2027 third round and 2027 sixth round. Picking up some picks so that they can get their next quarterback in 2027.
I don't like the Ramsey deal.
QB Anthony Richardson's from Indianapolis Colts and a 2027 sixth round pick that we would get for quarterback Mason Rudolph and a 2026 fourth round pick.
I don't like the Ramsey deal out of that, and I think you can get a little bit more out of Highsmith, personally.
And then you re-sign Aaron Rodgers, Asante Samuel, Kenneth Gainwell, Corliss Waitman, Daniel Ikuara.
The Oilers are stuck with Jari. Yeah, that was the Pens won that trade.
External free agents, Jason.
Yeah.
Guard David Edwards from the Bills. Wide receiver Rashid
Shaheed. He's going to stay in Seattle, though.
Seahawks. Safety Jalen Thompson. Cardinals. Wide receiver Christian Kirk. Texans.
You mean Charlie Kirk?
Charlie Kirk, yep. Quarterback Jonathan Jones and linebacker Andrew Roberts.
Not terrible, but not realistic.
Mock draft, first round. D'Angelo Boston, wide receiver.
No. Carnell Tate. Trade up. Get Tate. I will not rest until the Pittsburgh Steelers have Carnell Tate on their roster.
Another linebacker, a safety.
I think that is a bit of a reach, Dad. That offseason is very much a reach. Yeah, RFK. Like, the reason I said that was purely because of Stephen A. Smith. Oh, Charlie Kirk got 100 receiving yards against Pittsburgh. Referring to the wild card game. But over on the far side, we got a face-off in the Kings offensive end. 4:06 to go in the period. Should probably talk some hockey. Over to the far side, along the boards, down low into the corner towards the near side. And the Canes going to take it back. Reagan Tate declines being drafted by Pittsburgh. No, that ain't going to happen. He got his brother Will Howard here. So into the near corner, down low, battling for that puck. The Kings going to move it out of the defensive end to the near side. Off of the stick of Kuzmenko to the offensive end, passing over to Fiala, top of the zone. Going to lose possession of it. And the Canes going to send it in off of the stick there of number 28, William Carrier. Backing around to the near side. Yeah, that was hilarious. Andrew Tate gets... then you could have Charlie Kirk and Andrew Tate on the football team. That's great. So to the near side, moving it out the other way, the Canes moving it out of their defensive end. 3:10 to go in the period. The Kings Dumoulin across ice in the defensive end. Working with it towards the near side, moving it out of the defensive end, the Kings will, but the Canes take it back off of the stick there of Blake to the far side, into the offensive end, down low, erase that puck towards the near side. Puck goes off a couple bodies, and it's going to be moved out by Cece to the near side, trying to connect with Kempe. Thankfully, he's back on the ice. But going to be taken back out now by the Canes into the offensive end. Looking for some help is going to be Stankoven across ice to the top of the zone. Gets cleared out. And moving that puck clear back. Going to be LaFerriere trying to move it into the offensive end. Puck goes back, and Seth Jarvis punches it back into his defensive end. Moving it around the near side. Here come the Canes. Going to be off of the stick there of Svechnikov. Into the offensive end to the far side. Battling for that puck. Down low into the corner, now over to the near side, along the boards, moving it up the other way. Here comes your chance, down to the corner, down low. Working with it off of the stick of Svechnikov, into the corner along the near side. 2:08 to go in the period. Up to the top of the zone, and the Kings going to move it the other way from Doughty into the offensive end. A breakaway chance, shot denied. A beautiful chance there for the Kings. A beautiful chance by Anze Kopitar, actually it was. And dumping it into the offensive end. The Kings will do that, but the Canes take it back. So over to the near side. 1:40 to go here in the first period. Moving it through center. Going to be off of the stick there of Keandre Miller into the corner on the far side towards the near. Going to be battling along the boards. Moving it up the other way. Here come the Kings. A pass from Clark up to center. Going to be taken back by Gostisbehere into the offensive end. Jordan Stahl with a chance. Along the board, trying to pass it, and not going to be able to make a clean pass. But the Canes take it back in behind the net to the near side along the boards. Top of the zone. Gostisbehere over to the near side. A chance. A shot. Going to get redirected back in over to the near side. We got... I thought I saw a whistle, but no. Over to the far side. Along the boards, tied up for that puck. The Kings going to come away with it with Brian Dumoulin. Passing across to the near side. Over there to Brant Clark into the offensive end. They move it across down low. Going to be getting to it is Jeff Malott along the boards. Sending it down low to the far side corner. Moving it out the other way. Up through center the Canes do. But the Kings take it back. Clark dumping it into the offensive end. Going to be played right there by Bussey. To the near side along the boards. A cross ice pass. And moving it up on into the offensive end they go. And no icing, but CC over to the far side. Takes a big shot along the boards. Tied up there in the offensive end of the Canes. Battling for that puck. Fiala in there. The Canes coming away with it. A chance from the top. Shot going to go wide. A nice chance there, but not able to make it. And here come the Kings going the other way. Kuzmenko passing across down low. Fiala in front of the net. Chance not going to go. To the near side. Down low into the far side. Behind the net. Back and across. Behind the net. Tied up Fiala. Going to be tied up with Chatfield. Over towards the near side. Going to be taken by Cece and the Kings. A shot. Going to go wide. Behind the net to the far side. They move it around that far side. And that actually takes us to the end of the first period. I didn't even realize the first was like within the last few seconds. Does your dad know about your Christmas gnome? He does. We'll see if the Grinch takes that next from us.
No, I'm not going to take that.
Well, the Grinch already stole the Christmas tree. Oh my gosh.
I needed room. I was getting overgrown with all the branches.
You are unburdened by what was, so you can be burdened by what will be.
Yes.
Or whatever that quote was. Oh my gosh. Whatever that quote was. Unburdened by what was, or whatever it is. Whatever that quote was, the nonsensible one. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, though, do us a huge favor. Go down below the stream, drop a like, drop a sub. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of Stanley Cup Finals, so every little bit does help. We got 21 people in here. Let's see if we can hit 10 likes. That'll be pretty sweet. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Do we have any other news from X? Does he know about the cutout? Oh my gosh. The people want me to get a Pirate Parrot cutout, but there is no Pirate Parrot cutout I can buy. Let's see. Since season over, what would you give the Steelers 2025 draft class? I would say the draft class was a pretty solid class. What would you grade the Steelers 2025 draft class? I want to see what you think. Keep in mind, Derek Harmon, Caleb Johnson, Jack Sawyer, Yaya Black, Will Howard, Carson Brunner, and Dante Kent. What would you give that draft class grade? There's a guy on YouTube that makes cutouts of VTubers. Learn from him.
What was it again?
Derek Harmon, Caleb Johnson, Jack Sawyer, Yaya Black, Will Howard, Carson Brunner, and Dante Kent.
I'd probably say something like a B.
I'd say an A-. I would say an A-. Yaya Black didn't get the field that much this year, but when he was in there, we were calling his name a fair bit.
He's a rotational person.
Yeah, so in that role, Carson Brunner, again, we called his name out a few times this year. Derek Harmon was a big reason the Steelers were able to stop the run.
Yep.
Caleb Johnson, when he was given time to run, he wasn't terrible. He wasn't too bad. It filled a need that the Steelers had. Granted, we didn't know at the time that Kenneth Gainwell would be absolutely like a beast. So, you know. And he did have that one big hiccup in the Seahawks game. But, you know, Will Howard developing nicely from what we're seeing. You know what I mean? The only name that I don't recognize out of that is Dante Kent. Because he's more of a special teamer, cornerback, punt returner. So, and the Steelers already kind of had themselves set up at corner for the most part all season. So I would say that's a pretty good one. Oh my gosh. But now you got all of X melting down because of the Epstein files. Let's see, no trades are permitted. That is true. We have no trades from February 4th to 22nd during the Olympic freeze. What in the world? They had an audio glitch on the broadcast. Let's see. Man, that is kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy, though. You know, because of the weather that came through North Carolina, this is the first time I've ever seen this. So you know how each team has their own commentators? Right?
Okay.
The video feed is a shared video feed. And the intermission reports will include, may include content from both teams due to staffing shortages. And they actually had both sets of commentators in the same booth together. And the little pregame lead up. Are you going to be in the Olympics? Nah. Oh, whoa! That's kind of crazy. Edmonton started the year with 2 goalies on the roster. They're going to end the year with none of those goalies on the roster. Calvin Pickard hitting waivers today. You're playing hockey for the DPRK. Yes. Yeah, I'll play hockey for Russia. Why not? Oh my gosh. What? Oh my gosh. Also, Money Puck. Money Puck. Money Puck giving the Pittsburgh Mother Loving Penguins a 5.9% chance to take the cup this year. Considering this team and where the expectations were, that is crazy. North Korea will smack Russia. Like, that's a higher odds than the Oilers, higher odds than, you know, it's higher odds than Utah, higher odds than the Kings, Vegas, Edmonton. I mean, ain't that crazy? It's even higher than the Boston Bruins.
Boston.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy how some of these slivers are. The Devils have a 0.2% chance to win the cup. The Predators hold a 0.6%. Philly holds a 0.3%. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh. Guess what?
What you got?
I already know how many goals the Penguins are going to score tomorrow night.
What, have they been on a trend?
They beat their Blackhawks 6-2. The Rangers 6-5.
Oh my God.
Another 6-goal game on.
They're not
tomorrow.
the devil, Dad. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's crazy. So Wilson's not going to receive a hearing for that hit.
No.
He's not going to receive a hearing for that hit. That's BS. Screw the Penguins, I guess. Oh my gosh. That is frustrating. That is very frustrating. Oh my gosh. Let's see, how are we doing over here? Grab myself a little hose, just make sure I'm good. Okay. Also, be ready for a couple of NHL tier list videos coming up over the Olympic break. I am going to be working on a playoff chances or competitor tier list, you know. Like, this team, I consider them contenders. I consider this team whatever, yada, yada, yada. And then also, we're going to do a goal horns tier list as well. We might even do a jersey tier list, potentially. And we might work with Dad on one of those if he wants to. I think that'll be a fun thing to do. But it all depends if Dad's willing to...
list. I don't know what that means. I don't comprehend.
So basically, there's tiers to a tier list, right?
Uh-huh.
The better a thing is, the higher up they go.
Yeah.
So for a tier list, you know, you might have S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, and F tier, right? Something that is the worst thing you've ever seen is going to go in F tier. Something that is the best thing ever is going to go in S tier. And you put things in between accordingly. You know what I mean?
And I don't know enough about hockey to understand what...
I'm saying goal horns and jersey tier lists.
Oh.
You don't need to know much about hockey for that. I'll do the playoff chance tier list myself. But the goal horn tier list, the jersey tier lists. By the way, I want to get your opinions on this goal horn we might hear later on today. What's your opinion on this goal horn?
What goal horn?
What's your thoughts on that, Dad?
Sounds like a train horn. Doesn't it?
A little bit. What do you think?
Bland.
How about this one we already heard? Which team has a better goal horn, Dad? Which team has a better goal horn?
Probably the Hurricanes. It's something different than your typical, you know, that's normal. They got a little creative. It's almost a little bit like a bell too. You know,
I suppose.
Yeah, a tendency towards a bell versus a train.
Yeah.
You know, it's more subdued too. It's not as loud. It's not as in your face.
Man.
You know.
RFK says I'm unsubbing if he says the Kings. Oh my gosh.
No, the Kings were bland and typical. What's the goal horn for the Vegas? I figured they would put something in there like because of Vegas, you know?
Yeah, no.
I'll tell you what I really loved that they did at the beginning was that, you know, the ice thing in the characters and all that. That was cool.
Well, that's like what the Kings did with South Park. They'd have Eric Cartman be like, "Attention, Kingsland!" And he would like actually like commit violence against whatever they were doing. So like, let's say they're playing the mammoth, right? They'd have a mammoth walking around, and Cartman would just like use the hockey stick to just like impale the mammoth because he's wearing a Kings jersey. Or if they're doing the Stars, you might have Kenny in a Stars jersey, and he just uses the stick to take out Kenny.
Yeah, but if he's doing the same thing, just a different thing, it's not as good. You have to be unique each one, you know?
Yeah, but the way they go about it is a little bit different each time.
Okay.
So, but the Rams gonna have to go with a new offensive coordinator next year. It looks like LaFleur's going to Arizona, so that might be Shelas's chance. Considering how prominent of a name he was, I could see Shelas moving up to the offensive coordinator role, filling it internally.
Maybe. You know why I say maybe?
Why?
He may be going somewhere else too. His name has been, you know,
no, he's
offensive coordinators other places
after
too. So.
After the Browns fell through, it kind of was committed that he was coming back to the Rams. So he's probably going to be promoted within the Rams, I would imagine.
What do you think of the Steelers defensive coordinator? You think it's an upgrade?
I mean, defense really wasn't too much of a problem, but it did struggle a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Oh my gosh. Everybody is roasting the former Vikings general manager. Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. Everybody's clowning him on X because he took 2 weeks off for paternity leave. And it makes sense. I mean, in the NFL culture, whoop-de-doo, you have a kid. You still work in the NFL. So that's funny. That is funny. My question is, who's the longest tenured head coach now? Is it really a tie between... Okay, no, Andy Reid. That's crazy. After this year, Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan are going to be tied as the second longest tenured head coach.
Who?
Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan. Can you tell me who the longest tenured head coach is?
They're tied for the what? Their second?
Yes, Shanahan and McVay are the second longest tenured head coaches. Who is the first? Who is it? Well, who is it?
I'm thinking.
I'm surprised you didn't get it by now.
Longest
Tenured head coach.
It's still here today?
Yes, the longest currently tenured head coach.
No,
McVay is not the first, actually.
I don't know who.
Let me fact check it real quick, because RFK is saying that he is the longest, but let me see here. Let me just double check just to make sure. Yeah, no, Andy Reid's the longest. This will be his 14th season. What's his name? Shanahan and McVay are both been around for 10.
Andy Reid, okay, I thought about him, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, Reid's been around 14 years now. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it is kind of crazy though. He's been around for that long. Okay. So should we getting close to the second period here? Nope, John Harbaugh is not the longest tenured. He's the longest head coach in the league, but not longest tenured. And actually, no, I think Reid has him beat for longest active head coach. I believe. Yeah, Reid has been coaching continuously since the 1999 season. He's been coaching longer than Harbaugh as a head coach. So Reid has been around for 20. This will be his 27th season of head coaching. Whereas Harbaugh, I think, was only around mid 2000s, early 2000s. Yeah, Harbaugh started in 08 with Baltimore, and that is it as a head coach. So Reid's the longest active and the longest currently tenured. Yeah, Harbaugh got it in 2008. His only team he ever head coached was Baltimore. But here we go. You know what would have been very awkward last night, Dad?
What?
If one of the 2016 Penguins was on a different team somewhere else in the country. And a big fight right out the gate. Corey Perry getting into it. And Perry going to take down to the ground Jordan Martinook. Wow. Right out the gate, we got a fight. That's a way to get the crowd back in it. That can be for that hit in the first period. As they're playing some AC/DC. That I can get. If you know what I mean. Women to the left of me. Women to the right. Yeah, Martinook didn't want to go. Corey Perry just said, nope, we're fighting. Yeah. Man. No. So I think Corey Perry got a 2 for roughing. Let's see. Let me double check just to make sure. Yeah, Corey Perry got roughing. And he got a double minor, actually. They didn't do it for fighting. They said it was roughing. Both Corey Perry and Martin Hook got roughing, but Corey Perry got a double minor for roughing. Started by Jeff Malott. So, here we go. Over to the far side, battling for that puck into the corner down low, back in behind the net to the near side. The Kings going to try and move it out. The Kings going from right to left.
If they let Carolina score on this, they just, they're down 2-0.
Yeah, that'd be true. All right, so back in behind the net to the near side, gets cleared out to the top of the zone and all the way back. Going to be played out there by Bussy. Over to the near side, moving it out the other way. Gostisbehere going to pass it back along the near side, up through center. And up on into the offensive end, they're going to go, taking it down low into the corner, across to the far side, along the boards. That's Svechnikov to the top of the zone. And it's going to be taken back into the neutral zone for Sebastian Aho. Dumping it back on into the offensive end to the far side. The Kings going to take it back in behind the net now to the near side. And going to clear it out the other way. All the way back in behind the net of Bussy to the far side. Gostisbehere to the near side. Able to move it up along the boards. Going up through center. Going to be played there. Off of the stick out number 24, Seth Jarvis into the offensive end. Backing around to the near side. The Canes. Gostisbehere trying to get that puck. Going to go loose and cleared out by the Kings again. Incredible penalty kill there by the Kings so far. So going over to the far side. Playing with it is going to be Ehlers now to the near side. Up into the neutral zone they go. And across to the near side of the offensive end, going to be off the stick of Stankoven, down low, trying to connect off of the stick there of Jackson Blake. To the far side they go. Towards the top of the zone, played by the Canes along the boards, down into the corner, moving it out the other way. Here come the Kings, but they cannot beat out the speed to get that puck, but the Canes take it back. But with 10 seconds to go on the power play, it looks like the Kings will successfully kill this. As they go into the offensive end and race down low, a chance, a shot denied. Over to the near side, puck gets cleared up. And to the far side. Looks like they're playing a little bit of 4-on-4 to get to full strength. There we go. So over to the far side. Be back in behind the net. And Perry still having to sit. Perry having to wait until we get a next whistle to come off. Back in over to the far side. Battling into the corner down low. The Canes with it towards the near side. Puck goes loose to the far side. Going to be played up the other way. And moving up, Brant Clark tied up for that puck. Down low again. Chance for the Canes in front of that. Shot going to be denied by Forsberg. And over to the near side. We got another bit of a scuffle going on. Blake getting into it with Edmondson.
Yeah, Blake was because he ran over the court.
Yeah, ran over the goalie. Blake ran over the goalie. Edmondson did not like it.
Not Edmonton.
Edmondson.
Oh, Edmondson. I'm thinking you're talking Edmonton.
No, Edmondson, right there. He took exception to Blake running over the goalie. Which, to a sense, Edmondson, oh my gosh, that's too funny. That's too funny. Edmondson checks Blake into the goalie and then gets into a fight with him because he ran over the goalie. When he was checked into the goalie by Edmondson. That's just like me driving your car into my car and then saying, why'd you hit my car? You know what I mean? Like, do you think the Kings will score, sir? I think they will. I think they will get a goal here at some point. It's just a matter of when. But that was just too funny. That's a way to generate a chance. And now you got Corey Perry in the box alongside someone else. Kings back on the penalty kill again. So here we go. The Canes are 1 for 2 with 2 shots on the power play so far today. Back over to the far side. The ref goes down. And the Canes having to play defense here. As LaFerriere going to play that puck. Dumping it into the offensive end. Going to be taken back by the Canes. Back on into the defensive end. Back over to the near side. Trying to find a way to move it up through center. They will. Up on into the offensive end. A chance of shot. Going to go back in behind. The net's on the near side. And at the top of the zone, Gostisbehere not able to maintain the zone. Gets cleared all the way back out behind the net of Bussy. Yeah, the ref saw what was going on. Edmondson checks him into his own goalie and then starts fighting him because he ran over the goalie. That's funny. So here we go to the near side. Down low, working with it is going to be Seth Jarvis. Battling for that puck. Along the far side, moving it out. CC trying to clear it up. He does. And going to be back in behind the net of Bussy. Over to the far side. Move now by Gostisbehere to the near side. Up through the defensive end he goes. Trying to move it up the other way. He does on a little pass across from Jarvis to Aho. Into the offensive end they go. Down into the boards to the top of the zone now on the far side. For Ehlers. To the point. To the near side. Moving it down low again. To the top of the zone to Gostisbehere across. Down low again. Shot in front of the net. And nice save by Anton Forsberg. And no, Forsberg did not get the goal, Dad. Okay. Let's take a look here. Let me take a look here. So, we shall see. 41 seconds to go on the power play. 16:01 to go in the period. Okay. Let us see. So. Oh my gosh. So, around the near side. Along to the top of the zone to the point. Down low. The Canes with a chance. Passing across in front of the net. What a dangerous chance there. Nice defense by the Kings to not allow a clean shot. Then over to the far side. The Canes still working with it down low. Going to be off of the stick of Jackson Blake into the corner. And now in front of the net to the near side. Chance shot. Going to be redirected to the far side. That's a nice chance there by Nikishin. To the top of the zone. They're going to be from Stankoven across. Down low towards the net. Over to the near side. Beautiful chance. Still denied. Puck still loose to the near side. And they got a whistle. Nice. Nice. They gave him the freeze despite the puck, despite the fact the puck freed out. Okay. We shall see. So, ready to roll. 8 seconds to go on the power play here. And here we go. Near side circle draw. And Anze Kopitar getting the boot. So it's going to be taken now by Kempe for the Kings. And let's see. Everybody getting too antsy here. The Canes going to get a boot as well. So taking the draw now is going to be Kotkaniemi. Kotkaniemi. That is a name that I am dreading to pronounce. But back in behind the net now as that puck gets cleared out. And both teams
keep out of the penalty box so that they could actually start to get some offense.
That do be true. Both teams now working with that puck. Up through center, the Kings trying to move it. Got to go back in behind the net. And they're going to get a whistle on icing on that. Okay. I'm going to move a couple of things around here real quick. Move that over there for now. This goes over here. We're gonna slide back a little bit. We're going to chill back a little bit here. Okay. So here we go, ready to roll. We got a far side face-off. Forsberg's last start was last month, January 27th. Face-off going to be won by the Canes, taken back by Kempe and the Kings. With a chance up into the offensive end they go. Back in behind the net, Chatfield moves it to the near side out of his defensive end. The Canes coming up through center, up on into the offensive end. Stahl trying to play it back in behind the net, over to the far side trying to send it. In there is going to be Armia to the near side along the boards down low. Stahl to the far side. Over to Martinook to the top of the zone. Now over to Chatfield, back down low again to the far side. Stahl trying to get there, but a bit of holding. The fans want a penalty. I don't know why there isn't a penalty on that. You know, it was a clear hold on the stick of Stahl, but a nice shot and going to be gloved by Forsberg. Fans want a penalty. I think that should have been a penalty too, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, the stick was held up entirely. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Stahl's arm is up like this. He's almost like using his stick as a back scratch because it's being held down. So, the Kings getting bailed out a little bit there by a missed call. We got a far side circle draw. Yeah, the Kings have been playing a bit dirty today. It's crazy. Back down over to the far side in front of the net now, back in behind. Another hold. The Canes are going to have to get a little chippy here. They're going to have to fight back. Man.
You know what's going to happen as soon as they fight back? The penalty's going to be called.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. A big hit to the near side against Svechnikov. And the Canes moving it out the other way. See, we got just, let's say, Leafs are on a one-game winning streak. Only took a beating to the worst team, or only took beating the worst team in the league in overtime. Oh my gosh. It was overtime. There was no shootout last night. I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. It was not a shootout. They were just overtimes. I could be wrong, but I'm 95% sure. Yeah. Oh, no, it was a shootout. Never mind, it was a shootout. Yeah, it was a shootout. I was wrong. Over to the far side. Back into the defensive end for the Canes with the puck towards the near side. Yeah, it was a shootout. I see it in the Discord server. I forgot about that. I forgot that I typed that in last night. But here we go. Over to the near side. The Kings out of the defensive end. Taken back by the Canes. Back and across. And going to get cleared out by the Kings. Up to center ice. Maintained by the Canes. Dumping it into the offensive end of the near side. Edmondson to that puck. Every single King has been on the ice for 1 minute and 5 seconds now. So the Kings desperately wanting a change. Going to try and move it up ice. And into the offensive end. Here comes your change chance. The Canes going back in behind the net to the near side. Moving up is going to be off of the stick of Nikishin. Into the offensive end now. Going to be off of Stankoven. Down low in front of the net. A chance, a shot. And going to be denied by Forsberg. All right. Forsberg playing some pretty daggone good hockey today. But the problem is the Kings is going to catch up to them. The hold. 2 holds that were missed. You know what I mean? On top of how aggressive they're just playing right now, it's going to catch up to them. Which I don't like because go Kings. So we shall see. All right, let's take a look back here. Okay. We shall see. Man. Just taking a look on X. We have a little bit of time here. If you won 8 games in a row since the release of the PS2 for baseball, hockey, and basketball. Of course, the PS2 released in March 2000. Charlotte Hornets. No. Even the Pirates have gone on an 8-game win streak since the release of the PS2. Okay. Again, taking a look at the Eastern Conference standings. Penguins right there in the top of the mix there. 5th best in the conference. So their game against the Sabres is going to be a crazy one. Meanwhile, the Kings just trying to be safe in the playoffs. So over to the near side. Here come the Kings, moving it out of the defensive end along the near side. Not able to keep it in the zone was Chatfield, and into the offensive end. Kempe with a chance, a shot, and going to be denied to the near side. Puck goes loose. Going to be maintained now by the Kings. LaFerriere back in behind the net in front. Shot! Kempe not able to make the clean shot. Or going to be denied. Now going the other way to the offensive end. Going to be across from Svechnikov. Intercepted by the Kings. And moving it up the other way. Up on into the offensive end. Across now over there to Clark. Down low. A chance in front of the net. Not going to be a good chance though. And the Canes are going to clear it out. No icing. Over to the far side. Going to be taken now. That's going to be off the stick of Dowdy to the near side. To the offensive end they go. With a chance along the near side boards. Over to the far side they go, into the corner, moving up the other way, and here come the Canes up through center to the offensive end with a chance. A shot by Svechnikov, going to be redirected there to the near side. And moving it up to the offensive end, here comes your chance off of Taylor Ward. Into the corner, though, not able to maintain it to the near side. The Canes moving it up. Battling along the boards now to the offensive end, here comes your chance. A shot, going to be denied and frozen by Forsberg. A little bit extra words being shared around there between Carrier and Edmondson. See a lot of that extracurricular there. Okay. Oh my gosh. You know, some sports players are just different. I have respect for sports players. You know, football, basketball, hockey, baseball. Except when they say stupid stuff. It's impossible to live off $100 million in a lifetime. And Le'Veon Bell says, Odell is right. It's impossible to live off $100 million.
The way that they're living, yes. Not where normal people would live.
All you gotta do is realize that, hey, I'm not making the money. I gotta cool it. You know what I mean? You don't need to spend $1 million a year.
No, in their lifestyle, that's what they need to do.
Yeah. Also, the Bruins arrived to their game dressed as Patriots. As a Continental Army. That's funny. But we got a Kings offside here with 10:48 to go in the second. Oh my gosh. We're playing Rasputin now. It's impossible to live off a small loan of $1 million. Oh my gosh. So over to the far side, moving it up the Canes into the offensive end. Maybe a little trip. And they're finally going to penalize the Kings. Clark going for a trip, but there might be an embellishment. Yeah, 4-on-4. Taylor Hall got embellishment. Fans don't like it. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot that did happen. Some of the Penguins from that 2016 are still active on other teams, like Matt Murray. So here we go. Ready for some 4-on-4 hockey. And ready to go to the near side. The Kings out of the defensive end across to Fiala. Moving it up the other way to center ice. Now going to be off of the stick of Byfield. And taking it back on into the defensive end. Byfield with the puck. Gonna pass it over to Fiala, over to the far side, moving it up through center, into the offensive end they go with a chance. Passing across, not able to really connect. And Dumoulin gonna get that puck back on into the defensive end he goes. Over to the far side, across to the near to Byfield. Byfield passing back towards Dumoulin. Dumoulin trying to hit Byfield. Big tie up here at center ice. And going to still be tied up for that puck here. Moving it up. Eventually going to try and free this thing up. And now it's going to get... Nope, still not... There it goes. Into the offensive end of the Canes. And Forsberg going to freeze it up. All right. So we shall see. 9:49 to go. They are stepping away for a commercial. But we shall see. Oh my gosh. McDonald's closed for 18,000 years. A typo. Due to the winter storm, we will be closing at 10 p.m. on 1/19/2019. We will reopen at 8 a.m. on 1/20/2019. Oh my gosh. Let me make sure we're all clear here. Move that out of the way. There we go. But yeah. We shall see. Man. But yeah, we shall see. On waivers today, Calvin Pickard and Justin Kirkland, both on waivers. A couple of notes there. Okay. But yeah, taking a look over on X, we have a little bit of time here. Okay. What? That's kind of crazy. But here we go. Over to the near side corner. Over to the far side. The Kings moving it up the other way. Out of the defensive end. Never mind the Canes. Battling for it. Going to go loose up to center. Up on into the defensive end. The Canes taking it back. Going to be off the stick of Keandre Miller. Working with that puck. Over to the near side. Going to pass it across over to the stick of Ehlers. Into the offensive end, down low to the top of the far corner to Miller. Battling for it down low. The King is going to come away with it now with 40 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Into the offensive end, cross ice over to the near side in front of the net. Redirected in front and taken back by the Canes. Over to the far side, but the Canes got to regroup now. Taking it back just a little bit. Up on over to the far side. Over to the near on a pass. And it's going to be to Svechnikov in the offensive end. Cross ice to the far side, to the top of the zone. And down low they go again. Back in over to the far side is going to be Jalen Chatfield. Back in behind the net now over to the near side. Going to be taken now off of the stick of Svechnikov. Back over to the far side looking for some room. 3 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Over to the far side. A chance. And both teams going to hit full strength now. So over to the near side along the boards. Battling for that puck to the top of the zone. Sending it down low. Shot. And going to be redirected before it gets to the net and put right back into the glove of Forsberg. Okay. So we shall see. We shall see. 3:27 to go here in the period. 14 shots on goal for the Canes, 6 for the Kings. Okay. So, we shall see. Still waiting on that face-off here. We have the Kings versus the Canes of physicality. 18 hits for the Kings, 7 for the Canes. And here we go. Moving it around to the near side. And into the near corner, down low to the top of the zone. Getting it cleared out. The Kings moving it up into the offensive end. Here comes your chance. Byfield looking for some help. And going to lose control of it to the Canes over to the near side. Wing-to-wing pass. Up on into the neutral zone to the offensive end, but they can't control it. Going to have to just dump it in and give it back to the Kings. Back in behind the net. And here we go. Over to the center ice area. Back into the offensive end for the Canes. A chance across in front. And that puck going to get redirected out of play. Okay. So we shall see. We shall see. So, far side circle faceoff. In the Canes offensive end, Carolina wins a shot from the corner. And a nice save by Forsberg again. Okay. So, here we go. Over to the far side. Moving it around. A chance. A shot. Not able to get a clean shot off. Top of the zone now to the near side. Miller across. Shot. Again. Going to go wide. Over to the near side. And around over to the far side they go. Trying to move it out the other way. And back on in behind the net. Still tied up for that puck. Trying to come away with it now towards the near side. Over to the far. Back in behind the net again. Working with it now along the boards from Corey Perry down low. And to the near side. It goes taken out by the Canes. To the top of the zone. And the Kings come away with it now. Up through center. Corey Perry. Dumping it into the offensive end. Giving chase is going to be Trevor Moore. Back on in behind the net to the far side. Corey Perry trying to wrestle it away. The Canes still with it. Over to the near side. And moving it up on into the offensive end to the far side. And the Canes having a chance after a bad pass out by Forsberg. But over to the near side. Battling for that puck. And maybe a no hand pass. Okay, I wasn't sure. But here we go. The Kings. Byfield racing it in. Taylor Ward, racing it in. And over into that near corner. A big tie up for that puck involving also Helenius. Haven't called his name much today. And over to the near side, the Canes. Moving it back out the other way. 2-on-2 through center into the offensive end they go. To the near side. Taking it down low off the stick of Kotkaniemi. And over to the far side it goes. The Kings up on through center looking for some help. Into the offensive end they go. Down into the corner. And going to be taken back out by the Canes. But the Kings will get it back in the defensive end. Wing-to-wing pass. Over to the far side. Over to the near. Moving it up into the neutral zone. And into the offensive end. Look at the Canes able to flip it right back out. And moving into their offensive end on the far side. Battling for that possession. The Kings wrestling it away again to the near side. Moving it up in towards the neutral zone. Dumping it into the offensive end. And taken back towards the near side. The Canes 2-on-none. A chance. A shot. Denied. What a job by Forsberg to deny that. And the puck goes back on into the Canes locker room. Wow.
Look at the defensive one. See, look at that. 40.
Armia with a beautiful stick check to knock that puck away.
That would have been a goal right there.
Maybe.
Yeah, because Forsberg was on the other side.
Yeah, but if the shooter didn't flip it up, it wouldn't have. It would have gone right off the blocker pad. Because his legs were spread eagle, so he had the whole bottom of the cage locked up. So we shall see. Oh man. And how we doing, everybody? How we feeling today? Let's see. Let's take a look on X, see if we got any other news. Man. Let me see.
Oh, God.
What?
Guess who is trying to make an NFL comeback?
Who?
It's an ex-wide receiver from Pittsburgh.
What? Brown?
Think of
Martavis Bryant?
no, think of the Bears.
Oh, Claypool?
Claypool.
Oh my gosh. Man. We shall see. So, top of the zone, the Kings with a chance, a shot, going to be wide, over to the near side. Taken out the other way by the Kings, into the offensive end. Kempe trying to race for that puck, going to beat out the icing. Over to the far side, he sends it along to the top of the zone. And the Canes with that puck, moving it out the other way. Up into the offensive end, a chance taken back by the Kings. Off of the stick there of LaFerriere. Moving it around to the offensive end. Kempe down low, passing in front, chance, shot. Not going to get a clean pass and shoot off. Over to the near side, here come the Canes. Seth Jarvis up to the center ice area on a pass. Over to the far side, nice block by Drew Doughty. So we'll see. Doughty wanting a penalty, but not going to get it. I don't even know that he was really tripped, but we got a whistle for the offside. Bit of extracurricular there as well. Doughty shoving up on Blake a little bit. So we shall see. We shall see. Wait, what? Is what? There's no way that's possible. Over to the far side, moving it up through center into the offensive end. Going to be racing out, trying to beat out the icing. And they do call the icing. Let's see. We shall see. Over on the near side, we got a draw. And that face-off. Over to the far side, back in behind the net. Battling along the boards, trying to move it out the other way. Back into the near side, the Kings with it. Moving it up through center on a pass, not able to connect. And Bussy able to play it around to the near side. Going to be taken out now, the Canes with it. Working with it now through center into the offensive end. A chance now. That's going to be Jackson Blake. Not able to maintain possession and going to be taken back by Kevin Fiala. Over to the near side to Brian Dumoulin. Moving it up the other way. Up on into the offensive end. Going to be a chance for the Kings. Going to go cross ice from Clark. And back to Clark at the top of the zone. Looking to send it towards the net. Chance on a shot. And a nice freeze by Bussy. Okay. We shall see. We shall see. Near side draw, going to be won by the Canes. Over to the near side. Trying to move it along the boards, tied up. In there's going to be Anze Kopitar, sending it back down low. Another tie up into the corner, 3:47 to go in the period. And that puck going to get cleared all the way out to the far side. Going to be played up there by CC. To the near side in the defensive end for the Kings. Cross ice to the far side. Over to the near again. Trying to connect off of the stick there of Moore. And back on into the defensive end, they take it. Over to the near side. Moore battling for that puck. Into the corner, down low, back in behind. Over to the near side. And going to send it along the far. Kopitar going to clear it out of the zone. Loose puck going to be taken back by the Kings. In the defensive end they go. Working with it now. 3:11 to go in this period. And ready to move it now to the near side. And here we go. Taken back by the Canes in the neutral zone. Trying to dump it into the offensive end. They will. Back in behind the net of Forsberg. And still going to be tied up down low. Back on up behind the net to the far side. The Canes coming away with it for now to the top of the zone. Taking it down low with a chance of shot. Going to get redirected. A nice chance there. Back on over to the near side. And moving it around towards the far side again. Top of the zone. Over to the near side. Able to connect off of Kotkaniemi. Kotkaniemi. And over to the near side. Goshishbeer able to get to that puck, but the Kings taking it away. Back down low. Jeff Malott over to the far side. Moving it up. And back in behind the net they go towards the near side. Over to the far again. Malott down low. Tied up for that puck again. 2:11 to go in the period. And that puck going to come away to the near side. Going to be sent wing to the far. And moving it up is the Canes into the offensive end. But Carolina is offsides.
That's cool.
What?
This would be something that you would probably enjoy.
What?
For your favorite drink.
What? What?
Look at that.
Oh, man. But here we go. The Canes dumping it into the offensive end. And here they go along the far side. And around the near side again, trying to move it up. The Kings up on into the offensive end on the far side. Off of the stick of LaFerriere, back to the near side to Doughty. Doughty sending it back in behind the net over to the far side. Trying to move it up to the top of the zone. And that puck, a chance of breakaway for Carolina. Shot denied by Forsberg. Not able to control it. Shot to the near side. A misplay by Forsberg, and the puck goes loose. The Kings getting bailed out again. And here comes a breakaway the other way. A chance. Corey Perry shot denied. To the top of the zone. The Kings still with possession. Over on the far side with a chance down low behind the net. Around in front. Chance. Shot going to go wide again to the near side. Kempe to the top of the zone. Over to LaFerriere. Sending it over to the far side. And puck gets redirected out of play.
He almost, Forsberg almost scored on himself.
Yeah, Forsberg almost caused the Canes to score. That was a poor puck handling by Forsberg. Yeah, that was kind of stupid. You take the whistle there, man. Wow. That is crazy, bro. Near side offensive zone draw for the Kings. Okay. So, waiting on that draw. Fiala going to take it against Jordan Stahl. And ready to move it. Puck going to be won by the Canes over to the near side. Trying to flip it up through center. And into the offensive end go the Canes. Sending it around to the near side corner down low. Getting to it. It's going to be Edmonton to the far side again. Going to be played off of the stick of Ehlers. And in front. And now
there's no way I'm doing that again.
Now Forsberg taking the whistle.
It's like, there's no way.
So, Dad, I want you to guess the player. Buccaneers from 2010 to 2012. Patriots 2013. Steelers 2014. Pats 2014 to 16. Eagles 2017. Lions 2018.
Yes, the player. So it started with Detroit.
No, it started with the Buccaneers. Over to the near side. Chatfield passing in front. Chance. Shot again. And Forsberg again with a save, and we got a fight breaking out again. Everybody grab your partners, swing them round, and let's get ready for a hoedown.
Is it an offensive or defensive?
It doesn't say. Buccaneers to Patriots, then to Steelers, then to Patriots, then to Eagles, then to Lions, where he last played in 2018. He played for the Steelers in 2014. No looking at the screen. I'm gonna try to get some hints for you. Interesting. Okay. That's a name I would not have thought of.
Offensive to defensive?
Let me do some research. I don't remember what side of the ball he played. So try and see what penalties are going to be assessed.
Teacher, can I know what I wanted to know? No, all I want to
What
say.
the? Offensive.
Okay,
He also played for the Titans, too. That's not on this graphic. So, far side draw going to be won by Dowdy.
wide receiver?
Nope. I'm not going to give you the position, Dad. It's going to give it away if I give you the position. So, into the corner on the far side, down low. Battling with it for Trevor Moore to the near side. Back over to the far again. Another type. Gosta Spear involved in that as well. Moore to the near side, trying to find some help now. Sending it down low. Along the near side towards the top of the zone. Sending it in again. King still possession. 10 seconds to go. We got 4-on-4, by the way. I forgot to put that up there. Over to the far side. Taking it down low. Wrapping it around to the near side again. And that is how this second period is going to come to a close with the score. The Carolina Hurricanes 1, the LA Kings nothing. 18 shots for the Canes and 8 for the Kings.
It's a running back, and I think it was like a fullback or something like that.
You're right on one of those positions.
Running back.
Yes.
Yeah, and I can't remember his name. I remember his.
Can you remember anything identifiable about him? Like any initials or anything? I'll give you a hint. His initials are another position on the football field. But I'm not going to tell you if it's offense or defense. I love it. Dad's trying to figure this out and he can't figure it out.
I know the guy that was. I mean, it was a. I know it was a running back, and I can't. I remember he was in the New England.
No, not Stalin.
What?
Not Stalin.
Not Stalling?
No, not Stalin. Onion said Stalin.
No.
This is funny watching him try to figure this out.
I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
LB, linebacker. That's got to give it away. LB. Mid-2010s running back. LB.
Oh
my God.
I can't remember.
LeGarrette Blount.
Oh.
Also, side note. As if the Epstein stuff wasn't crazy enough, you know what he named his bank account?
What?
Baal. B-A-A-L. After the god that required child sacrifice. As if that wasn't already messed up enough. And side note, but I saw that a couple of times on X as I was looking for some news. So, I had to say something. That is crazy. Okay. Yeah, that was just crazy. Let's take a look, see if we got any other news as well. Man. And so what are you thinking so far about this one, Dad?
Well, the Kings are keeping it close, which is amazing because of the play of Forsberg, the offensive goalie of Los Angeles.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
What?
Fans don't care about getting the best guy for the job.
What?
Hold on. I feel... There we go. Yeah. Because no black head coach was hired this cycle, fans are are calling for the NFL to investigate. Because no black head coaches were hired this cycle. You should be getting the best guy for the job. Black, white, yellow, purple, magenta, pink, blue, whatever. Who cares if they're blue, dabba-dee, dabba-die if they're one of the best coaches ever? You know what I mean?
Wokeness. You have to have a certain amount of people, percentage-wise.
It's bad. It's bad. We're just taking a look on X, seeing if we got any other news. Well, we are here. I got robbed of a job. Oh my gosh. I just find that kind of crazy, bro. Everybody is like all up in a fit because of that. Like, who cares? I don't care if you're black, purple, pink, blue, green, magenta, fuchsia, lavender. I don't care. What I care about is, are you the best fit for the job? If you're the best fit for the job, then great. If you're not a good fit for the job, kindly screw off. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. That was crazy. Oh, man. Just taking a look here again as we have some time. Now there's people that are throwing conspiracies around about the Super Bowl because we didn't get the Super Bowl color matchup, right? Because we didn't get that with all the colors, now they're saying there's going to be an emergency alert during it because it's the same exact colors as the emergency alert, like, static sign. The emergency broadcast screen, the multicolored bars. Now people are saying there's going to be some sort of emergency during the Super Bowl. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. It is crazy, bro. We shall see. We shall see. Man. Again, just taking a look here. My gosh. Bro, what? Oh my gosh. Well, we shall see here. We shall see. Man. Let us see this. We will see. Okay, just taking a look here as we have some time. See if we got any other news. we got anything else rolling. Again, we will be live for the Stadium Series game tonight as well. So, you know.
Boston. Boston.
Will you be there for that one, Dad? Will you be here for that one?
I don't know.
I think the people would like to see you there.
People would also have liked to have seen the the Christmas tree still up, and that didn't happen. Now did it? Woo. Woo. I don't know. I may.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think I'm going to be not here the whole time. But we'll see.
Let me see. But yeah, I mean, a big game here today.
So who do you think's going to get the next goal?
It really is a tough one because the Canes really dominated that second period, but the only goal came on a power play on a quick gotcha play. It wasn't a developing play. It was really a fluke kind of goal, like one of those, you know, face off, back to the back defenseman, fires at goal. You know what I mean? There hasn't really been an offensive attack goal. It's just been a quick goal. So we shall see. Let's see. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Oh my gosh. Only in Pittsburgh. North Shore. On the river by the stadiums. Caller says her idiot friend and her kids are playing and walking on the river. Caller knows this because she is watching her live stream. Real-Time Crime Center has them on video. The police chief is nearby and is going to try to intercept them. Oh my gosh. I love this account. East Liberty, 5905 Station Street, Advance Auto Parts. Caller said that someone in a Steelers jersey just came in and took items. Steelers, however, remain a strong number 4 in the league in takeaways this season. Oh my gosh. What the? I was not ready for that next post. Homewood, North Homewood Avenue. Caller reporting the neighbors are yelling at her husband over a parking place, and they are throwing shovels at each other. Oh my gosh. Only in Pittsburgh. Only in Pittsburgh. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is crazy. The fact that they're throwing shovels at each other over a parking space. Oh my gosh. I just can't believe that, man. Oh, man. Oh, ESPN has some news. Oh, that's just saying the Lightning literally showed up in the jerseys, the creamsicle jerseys. Huh. That's cool. Oh yeah, I didn't realize Clint Kubiak to the Raiders. Some big news there. Well, let's see. Let us see. Man. But yeah, we shall see. Man. We'll have to see. We will have to see. So we should be getting close here pretty soon. Yeah, I forgot about that. You know what the Pens have coming out in March? March is going to be a disaster month for the Penguins, potentially. It can go sideways really quick. Vegas, Boston, Buffalo, Philly, Boston, Carolina, Vegas. I mean, you got, let's see, Boston twice, Carolina, Vegas twice. Or, sorry, Carolina twice as well in there. Carolina 3 times in 3 weeks. Yeah, they got Carolina 3 times in 3 weeks. Dallas, Colorado twice. Vegas twice. Boston twice. Utah, Detroit, the Isles, and Philly. Alongside a game against Ottawa and Winnipeg. No, March is going to be it could be a month of hell for the Penguins. Wow. We'll have to see. Man. We shall see. Just taking a look again on X to see if we have any news. Okay. Yeah, margin make or break for this team. I mean, honestly, you got against teams that are in current playoff positions. You have 2 against Vegas, that's 2 games. 2 against Boston, that's 2 more games. Buffalo, that's 1 game. Philly is not in a current playoff spot because that's Columbus. But Philly can very easily be. Utah on 1, that's 1. Carolina on 3, that puts you at 9. Colorado twice, that's 11. Dallas, Isles, and Detroit, that's 14 games in 1 month against teams in current playoff positions. And that's what? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 14 of 17 games in this month are against teams currently in playoff positions as of today. It is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. So we shall see. Again, looking at the statistics through second period stats. Is this game not over yet? It is not over yet. We are still in the second period. Second intermission, I should say. So we'll be getting to the third period here pretty soon. Pretty soon. But yeah. We shall see. They went a little over half. I think next year should be good. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm in on the Penguins. Even if they only win 10 of those games, they're still going to make the playoffs. You know what I mean? I pull up the Penguin schedule the rest of the way, right? Just taking a look here. Man. So yeah, if I go through the Penguins, right? Their April kind of lightens up a little bit. It ain't gonna be easy. But again, they got 7 games in April. 2 against Florida, back-to-back at home. A home and home against Washington. The Blues, the Devils, and the Lightning. The only games I'm concerned about there, I think they're going to split maybe both of those home and homes. And then the Devils game. And Tampa Bay. So I think they're going to drop 3 or 4 games in that stretch. But I think they could definitely go to overtime in two of those games they drop. You know what I mean? So you could be talking about like a 8 or 10 point month, which is not going to be bad for the Penguins. But March is going to be crazy. Man. We're also getting close to having teams eliminated from playoff contention as well. Using the Discord server that we have a new metric in the Discord server. It's been around this season. It's called max points. And currently, every team has a max point potential of at least 100 points, except for Vancouver. The Rangers have a chance, though, at dropping below 100 in 2 games. They have 102 max points. But I think we're not going to start seeing eliminations until probably mid-March is when we're going to start seeing eliminations, and they're just going to fall like dominoes. But I think the Penguins control their own destiny right now. Yeah, the Penguins control their own destiny for the Metro. That is the nice thing, is that even if Carolina gets the win today, the Penguins control their own destiny, because if everything is evened out and the Penguins win their game in hand, or they win any games in hand even after today, let's say Carolina wins this, Carolina the Pens have 2 games in hand on the Canes. Well then, if they win those 2 games in hand, then you're talking a 3-point differential. They play the Canes 3 times in March. That's 6 points right there. That little series there could decide the Metro. But here we go. The Canes over to the near side. Moving it up through center into the offensive end. Down low with a chance. Working with it is Seth Jarvis to the far side. Moving it now up towards the top of the zone. Cycling around again down low. Passing to the top of the zone again. That's going to be over to Keandre Miller. Passing it to the near side. Over to Aho. Aho over to the far side. Not able to control it. Dumoulin battling that puck away. And the Kings not able to control it. Keandre Miller able to intercept that pass. Over to the far side. Tied up in the corner again. Moving it along the boards. Going to go back down low. Dumoulin comes away with it for the Kings to the near side to Kempe. Kempe with that puck. Going to move it around now. And a nice shot by Kempe. Going to be frozen up. Going to be a nice little freeze up there by Bussy. Okay. See, I actually haven't even checked this. I haven't even checked the back end all stream. Okay. So here we go. We got a draw on the far circle in the offensive end of the Kings, and the Canes are going to come away with it down low behind the net to the near side. Trying to move it around from behind the net. Going to be off the stick of Slavin. And it's still tied up over to the near side. Moving it out the other way. Let's see, we got Stain saying, I bet on Shane Gostisbehere to have 2 shots on goal today. Hurricanes have 18, but he has none so far. The Canes have not been high-volume shooters these last couple games. They're not the Canes that we know they then to be.
I thought that was offside.
Yeah. You got an offside. Still 4 seconds of 4-on-4 time, but I'm going to take off the 4-on-4 because, well, it ain't going to matter right now. It's 4 seconds. Yeah, I mean, the Canes, even yesterday, were held to like 25 or 30 shots. That's not a typical Carolina number. If I go to that last Carolina against the Capitals, shots on goal, the Canes only had 22, sorry. 22 shots on goal. They have been shut down in that shots on goal metric, which is not typical for them. Last time we covered them, they had like 30 shots on goal after 2 periods of play. So, ready to move it out now. Okay, moving it up now. Into the offensive end, the Canes. In now, back into their defensive end with that puck. Trying to move it around now towards the near side, up through center, and clearing it all the way back out. It's going to be a Carolina icing. Oh my gosh, I can't wait until the stupid Wingstop opens. I'm getting antsy. I am getting antsy. There's still no date for that Wingstop, and I want it now. I want Wingstop. Over to the far side, battling for that puck down low, and the Canes trying to move it out of the defensive end. They will. Up on into the neutral zone, off of the stick there of Blake. Be tied up and over into the defensive end. The Canes taking it. Keandre Miller on a pass. And now over to the far side, moving it up along the boards towards the near side on a wing-to-wing pass. Loose puck going to be played and going to be taken back into the defensive end by the Canes. Moving it up now into the offensive end. And into the near side corner, down low, battling for it is going to be off of the stick of Martinook. Tied up, Stahl in there as well. And over to the near side corner, back in behind the net of Forsberg to the far side. Going to be taken off of the stick there of Clark. Down low behind the net to the near side. 17-17 to go in regulation. To the far side, moving it up along the boards with your chance. Back down low again. Moving it up to the far side now. And into the offensive end. Going to send it, beating out the icing. LaFerriere with the puck now. Over to the far side, sending it around. Loose to the near side corner again. Down low, loose puck. Going to be taken by the Canes to the near side. Clearing it up the other way, and it's going to be a Carolina icing. Oh my gosh. We shall see. Oh, nothing yet. So, far side, top of the zone, the Kings with it in the offensive end. Moving it around, Chance back in behind the net, over to the near side again. Off the post, yeah, pinged off the post. Over to the far side, moving it up. Here come the Canes, dumping it into the offensive end, racing down for it. No icing. I didn't know if he made the red line or not, but either way, the Kings with it to the near side. CC trying to move it up through center. And into the offensive end, going to send it. Now up on into the offensive end they go. Chance off of Svechnikov, not able to go. They're just going to send it to the corner, tied up again. And the Kings over to the far side boards, moving it up into the offensive end with a chance. Passing across to the near side, not able to hit Ward, but Ward able to get there along the near side. Trying to move it up again, around in front. Chance shot, and going to be saved by Bussy. A little bit extracurricular, a little bit extra pushing and shoving between Jalen Chatfield and Samuel Helenius. Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. What are you wowing?
I'm having a coughing fit over here.
No dying. So here we go. Over to the far side. Shot. And a nice save by Forsberg. Let me see. Nope, nothing news there. Let me see. So, near side draw. Ready to roll. And here we go. Face-off going to be won by the Kings over to the far side. Going to be played off of the stick of Malott. Cleared out. Gostisbehere with the puck now to the near side. Moving it up now to the near side. Going to connect off of the stick here into the offensive end. Trying to battle with it. That was from Carrier. And a nice shot. Nice save by Forsberg. Okay. Let me see. Message PDF. So, near side draw. And waiting on the draw now. Still waiting. Okay. So, here we go. Waiting for the draw here. Gonna be won by the Canes. Gostisbehere, top of the zone. Moving it across to the far side of the corner. Sending it down low, backing around to the near side. The Kings coming away with it now. Drew Doughty with the puck. Passing across, up on into the offensive end they go. With a chance down low. Shot going to go off the post and behind the net to the near side. Going to be taken back by the Canes off a stall. Moving it up the other way now from Jarvis across ice. And it goes right into the Kings bench. You know, Dad, maybe a hot take, but I think the Penguins should just say screw it and do what the minor league team does, or both levels of minors, and use the gold helmets all the time. Maybe black on the white jerseys, but like use the yellow predominantly for home games and for the golds, for the gold jerseys. So basically all home games will be in yellow. I love the look of the gold helmets. So here we go. Far side in the defensive end. The Kings with the puck. Over to the near side, into the offensive end. Even people in the chat agreeing with that. Maybe a hot take, but I like it. I love those yellow helmets, man. And just watching them on the Wilkes-Barre Scranton pens, the baby pens, and the Wheeling Nailers. I mean, they always use them, and it just looks so nice. Maybe not with the white jerseys. Maybe use the black helmets with the road jerseys, but like, bro. For your home jerseys, for your blacks, put on the yellow cap, bro. Like, it fits. So, here we go. A chance for the Kings down low to the far side, trying to move it around off of the stick of Clark. Losing it, but able to still maintain it for now along the boards towards the top. And going to be over to the near side, taking in a chance to the top of the zone from Fiala, across from Dumoulin. A shot by Clark, going to go wide, wrapping it around. Chance, taken back over to the near side again from Byfield. Over to Kuzmenko, back to Byfield, around shot, and going to be frozen by Bussy. All right. We shall see. Okay. So here we go. We got a face-off here on the near side circle. Out of the Canes defensive end, Carolina winning the draw, moving it around the near side, trying to clear it out the other way. They will. Drew Doughty with the puck, working it around the near corner, trying to find some room. Over to Kopitar. Across, over to Armia. Up along the boards, moving it up through center, and the Canes going to dump it right back on into the offensive end. Backing around now to the far side. And over to the near side, moving it up. Still going to be tied up by the benches now. Over to the far side, down low into the Kings defensive end. Carolina trying to move it, but the Canes take it right back. Up on into the offensive end. Here they go to the near side. Cross ice pass. Down low. A chance. A shot by Clark. Going to be redirected. And the Canes are going to clear it out, but it's going to be a Carolina icing. Wow. Man. Is that going to be Chatfield on the penalty? Or are they not going to get him on that? No, he was stumbling. We'll see. Slavin talking with a ref about something. They're saying a penalty. I don't know if that was a penalty. He was already stumbling before the stick hit him. So.
Don't know.
Let me see. Let me see if we can find out what the penalty is here.
Penalty. Penalty. Penalty.
Was they going to get... No, that was earlier. Oh, that was the Capitals game. Duh. Let me go ahead and take a look here. Penalties. It looks like Chatfield's going to get hit for tripping against Clark. That is kind of surprising. That is kind of surprising. Man. But we shall see. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, Chatfield getting hit with the trip. Yeah. I mean, Clark was on his way down, but they're going to get him with the penalty anyway, so the Kings going to be on a power play. And this is your momentum shifter here. So over to the far side, the Canes trying to move it out. Battling for that puck right in front of the Canes bench, and the Kings taking it back. Dumping up into the offensive end, but the Canes take it back. Here comes your chance in the offensive end. Working with that puck, and going to send it around to the far side. The Canes having a chance shorthanded. Trying to generate a little bit of an opportunity. And dumping it up into the offensive end, giving the puck back on over to the Kings. Okay. So here we go. Up on into the Kings offensive end along the far side. Sending it around, and we got a whistle. Puck out of play. Okay. So we shall see. We shall see. Man, we are rolling. Let me get rid of the swing. My toes are getting a little cold. But here we go. 1:20 to go on the power play. 13:01 to go here in the third period. Ready to roll. Face off on the far circle. Going to be won by the Canes, but the Kings trying to battle for it. Corey Perry down low in the corner. And sending it back down around to the near side. Going to connect with Kevin Fiala. Trying to get that puck free. Tied up. And the Kings are going to have to force it back into the neutral zone. Back into the defensive end. Same thing happened on the last Kings power play in the first period. Over to the far side. Going to dump it into the offensive end of the near side. The Canes are going to clear it out again. Same exact thing happened during the last power play for the Kings.
Did they even get a shot off?
I don't recall if they did. I think they got like one shot off, but just one. But here we go. Perry sending it down to the near side corner. The Kings in the offensive end if they can get possession. And we got a whistle. Corey Perry and Keandre Miller talking. Someone's going to the sin bin. It looks like it's Corey Perry. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's what I want. And that's what I want. There we go. Yep, right there. And then Corey Perry kind of retaliates it. I'm surprised Miller didn't get anything on a retaliatory kind of whack at the skates. Yeah, I mean, I think they should have called both because Miller did take a last second, Usually they get the retaliatory, not the first one. Usually. Which is why it's a little surprising that they called the first one and not the retaliatory. You know what I mean? So here we go. We got a near side draw. Face-off going to be won by the Canes. Up to the top shot. Not going to go. Battling around over to the left side or the right side of Forsberg. Backing around. Shot going to go wide left. Over to the far side. Working with it is Blake on the far side. Back down behind the net towards the near to Stankoven. Around again to that far side. 15 seconds of 4-on-4 time. 11:56 to go in the period. Over to the near side on a wing-to-wing pass down low. The Kings with possession. Waiting for that 4-on-4 to end so that they can just heave that puck out of there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Power play time. Now they're going to try to get a little bit of a press. Maybe a push into the offensive end. Just something to burn a little bit of time. Passing in front of Chance. Not able to connect with Lafreniere. Now they do. Or Laferriere, sorry. The far side tied up for that puck. A nice job by the Kings to burn a few extra seconds out of that. And then they take it back into the defensive end again on a wing-to-wing pass. Beautiful job here. The Kings. They have not let the Canes have this puck for even a second on their power play so far. And they've had about 15 to 20 seconds of power play time. Now going to send it in over to Gostisbehere on the near side. Moving it out the other way. The Canes passing across. Up on into the offensive end. Down low with a chance. A pass across. Not able to connect. That chance there from Stankoven, I believe. To the top of the zone. Gostisbehere passing down to the near side. Passing cross. Shot denied. Over to the far side. Gets cleared to the top of the zone. Gostisbehere sending it down low again. With a chance to the near side. Trying to connect off of the stick. Svechnikov not able to. Battling into the corner to the near side. Tied up for that puck to the top of the zone. Gostisbehere. Wing to wing pass. Over to the far side. Sending it down low again. Trying to wrap it on a pass and shoot. Not able to connect. Nice use of the body there by the defense of the Kings. Over to the top of the zone. Going to be sent around from Aho. Going to be redirected by Armia. Passing in front again. Shot not going to go. Armia with that puck over to the near side. Battling with it. The Canes. The near side. Shot by Jarvis. And going to be denied again. Over to the far side. Top of the zone. Sent down by Gostisbehere. Along the far side boards. A cross ice pass. Not able to connect. Power play going to expire. A shot going to be denied. Oh, wait. I need to take off the 4-on-4 and the power play. I didn't take off either. But a nice save by Forsberg. A nice freeze. Sean saying this character now. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I try to do the best I can for you guys. Like I said at the beginning of this game, the way that Bussy has been playing, it is either going to be a 1-0 game that either team wins, or it's going to be Carolina Goals-a-Palooza. Because Bussy has been a really, really strong goalie for the Carolina Hurricanes. And I mean, like, elite. So, I think he recently got his first NHL shutout, too. But here we go, to the far side, to the top of the zone, the Canes with the puck, sending it down low. Taken back by the Kings along the far side boards, sent down around to the near side. The Kings trying to clear it up the other way, getting it back out of the zone, they will. Loose puck taken by the Canes in the neutral zone, sending it to the far side, into the offensive end from Aho. Back in behind the net to the far side, able to connect with Jordan Stahl. Along the boards, down low, in front, a chance to the near side, able to connect. A shot, going to be denied. And puck gets deflected out of play on the shot there by Jacob Slavin. Just got here to the show. You got some skills. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I try to do the best I can for you guys. What, empty netter? I don't know about that. I don't even know that they get an empty netter. The way this game has been going, I don't even know if they get one. You know, maybe because it depends on how early they pull the goalie too. If they only pull the goalie with 90 seconds to go, I don't think they get the goal. I think at that point it's more about ice the puck. If you get the goal, but ice the puck more than anything. If they pull the goalie with like 90 seconds or less. Personally. You know, if you get the goal, obviously go get the goal if you can get it. But you're not going to try and take it out of the zone and push a 2-on-whatever, or three-man rush. And leave only 2 guys back on a potential odd-man rush going the other way. So, not in a 1-goal game the way with that little time left, you know? So, that's kind of where my thoughts lie on that. I can see that going either way, but, you know, we shall see. Again, we will be live again tonight for the Stadium Series game. So, you know, we'll be live for that. But yeah, the Oilers officially moving on from their back-to-back finals appearance goalie tandem. Stu on the Penguins and Calvin Pickard now hitting waivers today. So that is kind of crazy. That team has changed that much that quick. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess... What? Yeah. Because their goalie tandem that got them to back-to-back Stanley Cup appearances was Calvin Pickard and Stu. Now with Stu on the Penguins and Calvin Pickard on waivers, the era is over. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense if you go there twice and fail. But Game 7 was not on Stu last year. You can't blame a goalie for a 1-0 loss. Just like if they lose tonight, even if the Kings lose 2-0 because of an empty netter, you can't blame Forsberg for the loss.
No, I wouldn't blame him. I would blame.
But a lot of fans were exactly. But a lot of fans were saying it was Stu's fault for the loss in Game 7. Bro, that was a 1-0 game. Why don't you blame Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Corey Perry for not being able to get you there, for not being able to get you any offense? You know what I mean? Oh, boy. But we shall see. We got a draw now on the far side circle. Down low, the Kings trying to move it around out of the defensive end. Tied up in the corner along the boards, moving it up. Taken back by the Canes. A shot! Not going to go. Wide left to the near side. Battling for that puck, Kevin Fiala in there alongside others, including Ehlers. That puck going to be loose to the top of the zone. Taken back by the Kings. CC cross ice. Moving it up now to the center of the defensive end. Now to the near side. Able to go to CC again. Taken back by the Canes in the blue line. The Kings getting it back. Words are hard sometimes, you know? Into the offensive end they go. Kempe passing across in front, not able to connect. Over to the far side, going to be taken back by Jordan Martinook, and the Canes taking it back up the other way. Over the near side, going to be sent in by Slavin, back in behind the net to the far side. Along the board, taking back the Canes, a chance. Down low, shot by Svechnikov, not able to get a clean shot, and the puck goes out of play. 8:45 to go here in regulation. It's only a one-goal game, but man, that's the one thing I'm surprised about. 34 shots combined in this game, over halfway through the third period. 34 shots would have been for the Canes, usually.
Look at this.
Svechnikov, just poor puck. Yeah, poor puck handling. It took him 3 shots to actually be able to get a shot off.
Third time's the charm, huh?
I guess. Something like that. So here we go. Top of the zone. Shot by Keandre Miller. Going to be redirected off of the stick of Forsberg. Over to the far side. Moving it out to the neutral zone. And it's going to be sent out of play again. Yep, out of play again by the Canes. All right. So again, taking a look here. The Kings desperately needing this. What's at stake here? I mean, the Kings just desperately need something. They desperately need to make something happen here. I mean, again, right now, the way things are sitting, it's a must. You're right now in the fringe of playoff contention. You want to get into the top 3, and you're only out of it by a couple points. So you got to get a win here. But up ice, the Canes in a similar spot with the Pens breathing down their throats. Down low, a chance in front, now to the near side. Shot! Going to go high and wide to the far corner. Going to be played off by LaFerriere, back down over to the near side. That's going to be off of the stick of Edmonton, moving it up through center. Taken back by the Canes, delayed offside, going to give the puck back over to Los Angeles, and up on into the neutral zone, they take it. Over to the near side, into the offensive end, LaFerriere, looking to find some help, not going to get it, losing the puck into the corner. Top of the zone from Edmonton, cross ice, over to the far side to Clark. Back onto the near side again, sent back down low into the corner to LaFerriere. Going to meet that puck up, sending it across in front, taken back by Carolina, but going to be tied up again. And this is not a good sound to hear if you're a Kings fan. Over to the far side, moving it up again. The game is a little bit ahead, but here come the Canes into the offensive end, down low with a chance. Taylor Hall wrapping it around to the near side, up to Gostisbehere with a chance. Gostisbehere moving that puck down low again. Around to the near side, Gostisbehere passing in front. Shot going to be not even redirected. Going to be sent back down to the near side. Going to connect over to the near side, around to the far, off of the stick of that going to be Blake. And up to the top of the zone. Man, how far ahead is that? That puck going to be sent around to the near side. In front, a chance. Down low, bit of a trip. And no penalty yet. In front of the net, a shot chance. He scores! And there it is. Nikishin on the goal. Let's go ahead and replay that goal horn because it was so far delayed. Let me make sure I'm live. Am I live? Says you're live. I'm live. Yeah, we were like a whole minute delayed from the time that goal horn started playing. Ain't that crazy? Oh my gosh. But just like that, a 2. Yeah, we didn't hear the horn, but I looked at the scoreboard. Game's not over yet. Far from it. That's the one thing, is that all of this stuff uses API, so it's a little bit ahead of me, personally. So sometimes it gets spoiled like that. But hey, it works. The Kings to the near side, getting ready to move it up on into the offensive end with a chance to the near side corner. Taken back by the Canes, passing up in front, Gostisbehere with the puck, flipping it up into center ice, and going to be battled for along the boards. Big hit along those boards, and the Kings take it back up the other way. Here comes your chance. 4-on-2 into the offensive end. 4-on-3 now. Passing across the near side. Shot. He shoots and scores. The Kings. Samuel Hellenius making it a 2-1 game. Let's go ahead and play that Kings goal horn for you LA Kings fans. There you go. The Kings Looking at a lady in an Anze Kopitar jersey. Unfortunately, he was not involved in the point. But hey, making it a 1-goal game. That's the other thing I'm going to need at some point here soon. Probably for tomorrow. That means I'm going to have to run out to the store at some point while I'm out, and I'm not going to have time. Shoot. I'm going to figure out something else for tomorrow, because... Well, here we go, to the near side. Moving it up, the Kings, up on into the offensive end to the near side. Down low, Chatfield trying to take it away. Down into the corner, battling for that puck. And it's going to be sent to the top of the zone again. The Kings with a chance. A shot. Going to go high and up on into the netting. Out of play. Yeah, I'm going to need some more Coke Zero. I'm down to what's left in the fridge, and that's only 5 cans. That's going to get me through tonight. Oh, my gosh. Let's take a look over on X, see if we got any other news. I do. I might have to crack into that. But we will see. The face off gonna be won by the Canes to the near side. The Kings coming away with it along the boards, down into the corner again. Moving it around in front with a chance, gonna be taken back by the Kings, or the Canes, sorry, up into the offensive end. Here comes your chance on a breakaway shot, gonna be high and away. That shot by Stankoven to the top of the zone, gonna be kept on in the offensive end by Martinuk to the near side. The Kings gonna take it back with possession. Up through center, losing it. Going to be taken by Ehlers again to the offensive end. Passing back across a shot. Going to be denied by Forsberg. And over to the far side, wrapping it around to the near from down low. Towards the top of the zone. Shot. Going to be by Slavin. Going to be denied. Shot again by Chatfield and going to be gloved by Forsberg. All right. We shall see. We shall see. Let me see. So we shall see here. Is this? I'll play back on videos unless you pay for... What? Wait, what? That sucks. Breaking a background play on multiple browsers suggests this could be a targeted change by YouTube. Update, January 29, 2026. Spokesman confirmed to Android Authority that YouTube has been updated so that non-premium users can no longer access background playback through mobile web browsers. Well, that sucks. Thankfully, it doesn't affect me because I don't watch a lot of YouTube on my phone, but that sucks for people that watch on the phones. It's unfortunate. YouTube's really trying to push people to go premium. So. And I love that little box. I do too, man. Like, whenever I'm like, in the rare occasion where I put a YouTube video on my phone, you know what I mean? I love it. It just is so much more convenient. You know? That's why that's part of the reason I actually like Opera GX, or Opera GX, I think it is.
Well, you know what you have to use now? WeTube, not YouTube. Or UsTube.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's the thought. That's the thing is Opera GX actually has that as a built-in feature where it can actually play outside of the window. But here we go, to the far side. The Kings working with that puck off of the stick of Edmondson, trying to move it around the boards. Gonna be sent around the near side, down low with a chance. The Kings up through the neutral zone, trying to find some help, dumping it up into the offensive end, going to try and be played by Bussy so that they don't have to worry about the icing. To the near side again. To the top of the zone, gonna get cleared out. Here come the Canes in the offensive end. Seth Jarvis with a chance. Passing shot, going to be denied. It would have already played by now if it was gonna go.
Well, the Kings fight cold.
The Kings one doesn't because there's something wrong with the file names.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, there's something wrong with the file names. And I haven't quite figured it out yet. That's the same thing with like San Jose, the two word city names. The Rangers and Islanders work because there's 2 in the same city, but for single 2-word cities that have one team, LA Kings, San Jose Sharks, I think part of it comes back to the fact that I named it LAK.mp4 and SJS.mp4. But it's really, and the Tampa Bay Lightning, I named it TBL.mp4. But the actual team designation is TB, SJ, LA. So. Wait, what? Anthony Mantha has more goals than William Nylander? Are you... That's bad. That's bad. So, here we go. Over to the near side. The Kings trying to take that puck away down low from the Canes, wrapping it around to the far side in the offensive end. Gostis-Pierre with a chance. Sending it towards the net. Going to get redirected off a stick. Goes high, hits the netting, and goes out of play. Okay. We shall see. So, working with the puck, top of the zone, shot, going to be redirected again off the stick of Clark now, and out of play. Now we're playing the game of win the faceoff, shoot it off a stick, and goes out of play. Scott Tolzien? Is this like an actual official source? It looks like it. It's going to be Scott Tolzien. Tolzien will be the new offensive coordinator. It looks like for the Steelers. But here we go. The Canes with a chance. Nice job by Kopitar to break up that chance for the Canes. And here come the Kings. Going to look across from Fiala into the offensive end. A race for the puck, trying to beat out Chatfield. They collide along the boards and over to the near side. Going to be taking Fiala. Redirect chance. Not going to connect. Into the top of the zone. Going to be kept and goes out by Clark. So back down low. The Canes with the puck. Slavin over to the far side. Trying to battle for that puck along the benches. And going to be sent back into the neutral zone, taken back by the Kings with a chance. Into the offensive end, down low, Kopitar. Going to be a kick save. Kopitar. Oh, Kopitar is hurt. That was a heads-up play into the boards. He gets up, thankfully, but man, that was a big hit along the boards. Down low with a chance. And over to the far side, Chatfield. Not Chatfield, Keandre Miller with it to the near side. Here comes a breakaway chance. Nice job by Forsberg to play out of his crease to break it up, but a chance again for the Canes. Over to the near side. And over to the near side. Going to send it up the Kings. Trying to move it out of the zone. Kopitar passing across up into the center ice area. Taken back by the Canes. Over to the far side. Played out now by Brant Clark with that puck. Over to the near side. Trying to move it out the other way. Here comes your chance. Into the offensive end for Byfield. Can't control it. Taken back by the Canes. Dumped up into the offensive end. And it's going to be a Carolina icing. Let's see. How's it going, Eric? How's it going, Eric? How you doing, bro? All right. So, we shall see. Ready to roll. 3:17 to go here in the third. They tied it. Okay, well, we'll see. Down low, a chance for the Kings. Wrapping it around in front. Chance. He shoots. He scores! That goal going to be Quentin Byfield on the goal to tie it up at 2. Let's go ahead and get that goal. Let's frickin' go, boys. Penguins fans are with you in solidarity. That's true. Pens fans are with you in solidarity. Beat them Canes for us. We got GTR Remy. Hurricanes go. Come KN. Yes, sir. Let's go Kings. Kings fans.
Right off the goal. Yep.
Yeah.
Right off the.
Right there. Right where it needed to be.
Right off the goalpost of the net.
Yep. A beautiful play. Good choice of games to call. Oh, absolutely, man. I love calling hockey, and there was no other hockey going on right now. It's just this game right now, so easy choice. So here we go to the near side. Hurricanes, don't do this to me today. Sorry about that, Remy, but Pens fans are in solidarity with Kings fans. Because we want the Metro. We want the Metro. We want the Metro. We want the Metro. Around to the near side. The Kings trying to keep it in the offensive end. The Canes battling it back out. And into the neutral zone, back into the defensive end. Going to be taken there by the Canes. Cross ice back over to the near side. Moving it around the near side, up on into the offensive end for Carolina. Sending it to the far corner. The Kings trying to take it back. They will. That's Joel Armia. To the near side, that's going to be over to Trevor Moore. Into the offensive end, looking for some help into the corner down low. Passing across, not able to connect. Over to the far side, Jordan Stahl. Going to clear that zone out. Over to Dumoulin and the Kings. Over to the near side. Working with that puck. And around to the near side. Down low, over to the corner. And going to be taken by the Canes along the far side boards. 2:03 to go here in this regulation third period. Ready to rumble. Into the far corner, battling down low for that puck. Dumoulin in there as well. Over to the near side. It's going to be taken by Doughty. Trying to clear it up the other way. Puck gets sent back into the corner. Doughty going to get to it. Trying to send it to Dumoulin across to the far side down low. Moving it up now. Dumoulin across. Chance in front. Shot. Going to be missed. A wide open net chance missed by the Canes. Well, but he had a beautiful chance. He has to pick a corner. There's no shot that Forsberg would have made a corner. But over to the near side in front of the net, not able to connect it, and the puck gets cleared out by the Hurricanes. Over to the far side, down into the neutral zone to the near side, connecting off of the stick of Ehlers, down low, shot going to be denied, and the Kings are going to clear it out, and it's going to be a Kings icing. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, man, drop a like, drop a sub. We are only one sub away from this next minor goal. We're trying to hit the big old 1K by the end of Stanley Cup Finals. It's crazy that we're even talking about that.
He missed the upper left.
Yeah, he had upper right or upper left. He had it was shooter's choice.
It
was shooter's choice. He was not going to make the save in the upper right or upper left corner of the net. So, he completely missed it. Oh boy, GTR Remy saying if the Canes win, I'll sub. Oh boy, a lot of stakes now on the line. Over to the far side. Going to get cleared out by the Kings. And the Canes going to race it back over to the far side. Moving it up now along the far side in center ice. Dumping it into the offensive end. Into the corner down low towards the near side. Around the boards. Moving it up along the defensive end. The Canes take it back in the offensive end for now. Down low. 50 seconds to go in the third. And battling that puck. The Canes down low. It's Shantz off of Blake. Now to the top of the zone, gets cleared out the other way into the neutral zone. The Kings with a chance, Byfield into the offensive end. 38 seconds to go here in this third period. Tied up for that puck by the far side circle in the Kings offensive end, goes to the neutral zone. The Kings with that puck now at the blue line, sending it into the offensive end. Over to the far side, down low again. A shot by the Kings, going to be redirected, and a nice save by Bussy, and the Canes able to somehow clear that up to give some room. Kept in by Doughty to the far side, now over to the near. A chance, a shot by Cece, not going to go, wrapping it around, a nice save by Bussy again, and the Canes with that puck over to the near side. Moving it out the other way and up through center, and clearing it all the way out with 2-1, and that marks the end of regulation here. We got Stephanie saying Canes win, well, we'll see. You guys know what time it is. If you've been here for a number of streams, you know what time it is. It's going to be a very interesting thing because Dad's always going to sit. But it's standing time. I got to move a couple things out of the way here. A couple of these blankets. But it is standing time. Hold on real quick. Let's see. Hallowed be thy name. Much love to you. You are freaking awesome, man. You are freaking awesome. But it is standing time. Don't know how much of Dad you're going to see. You'll see him. You'll still see him. That's good. That's good. But it is standing time here as we get into overtime. Again, this is something we always do for these close ones. We always get to standing mode as we get to these overtime games. It's a tradition I've started since the Devils Knights game back in December. Tradition we started since then.
How many subscribers do you have?
715. Gained 5 today so far. What's up?
Tell you what, if you get to...
What are you betting? What are you betting here?
we get to 750.
Yeah.
730 and 750. I'll give you here 730. We will put the small little Christmas tree right back up here.
Oh my gosh.
For people. How's that?
Oh my gosh.
You want those small Christmas tree. You want the Christmas tree.
Okay, man. We got, first off, Stephanie saying, who you got winning this game? I think the Canes are the better team, but I want the Kings to win because let's go Pens, baby. Let's freaking go. We want the Metro. We want more than just the playoffs. We want the freaking Metro. We want it all. Man, great stream, brother. I appreciate the updates. Absolutely. Absolutely, hallowed be thy name. We love to go live for hockey. We love to do as much as we can here, and we are ready to go for some overtime here in Carolina, in Raleigh, North Carolina. Here we frackin' go, boys. It's time. All right, we got 43 people up in here. Can we hit 10 likes? We need one more. Also, drop us up if you're enjoying, too. But over to the far side. Into the corner down low. The Canes in the defensive end working with it now. That's going to be Keandre Miller around to the far side. Trying to connect. That's going to be back in behind the net. The Canes taking their time here. Slowing things down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Going for a bit of a change. Can't tell you who that is. I can't see a number on him. LA is not like that, bro? Yeah, well, you know, the thing is, I want to see. Oh my gosh, I thought that was a goal for a second, but no goal. Over to the near side, I thought that trickled out of the net, but no, it trickled by. Here we go, up at the top of the zone, a chance across from Slavin. Working along after a pass now towards the top of the zone, gonna go back across to the far corner, top of the zone to the near side. Over to the near side, the Canes in their second overtime game in 2 days. Into the offensive end they go. A chance, down low, Seth Jarvis, shoots, denied. Forsberg able to clear it out the other way. Here comes your chance. And around the near side to the offensive end, Aho with the puck. Moving it around across over to the near side, taking it down low, Slavin, back up to Aho. Passing across, not able to connect, Gosses-Pierre with the puck. Trying to move it around now, Aho takes it back as bodies collide and hit the ice. Over to the near side, going to be over to Slavin. And in now it's Aho with a chance. He shoots, he scores! The Carolina Hurricanes. Let's go ahead and replay that horn for you Canes fans. Rather unfortunate for us Pens fans, but the Penguins still control their own destiny because we'll see you 3 times in the month of March, and we're only down 5 points, well now 7, but 3 points if everything is equalized for games. So we still control our own destiny. I still feel pretty good. But either way, man, saying bye-bye, Queens. And saying, dang, God spoiled. It is unfortunate. It is unfortunate the way this stream is and the way the program is. Let me see if I can fix that. It is rather unfortunate the way that this is all set up because unfortunately it does do that. But man, what a way to wrap up this game, man. What have you got to say on this incredible finish? We've had 2 great back-to-back hockey games.
It's a good game. I mean, I didn't expect that to be like that in terms of the Kings being able to score 2 goals. Third.
Yeah, I mean, we have been on a tear in terms of good games as of late. I mean, if I go back into our recent streams, right? We had... Give me a second here. Let's see. Dang, King told my whole stuff. It's unfortunate, man. Sorry about that. But yeah, we had the our last stream before this was Kings Flyers overtime thriller. Then we had Dallas and Vegas, another overtime thriller. We had the game between the Colorado Avalanche and the Ottawa Senators, another one that was surprisingly close throughout. You know what I mean? We've been on a tear of some really good games as of late. So, the Canes, whatever they're doing, they do something in the middle. I don't know. They clap at center ice. I guess after wins, that's just how they celebrate? Okay. You're a Stars fan anyway. Well, hey, we also got a resident Stars fan that does check in every so often on these streams too. So, you know, something for you guys to check out. With that being said, I am going to go ahead and wrap up this stream here so I can get a little bit of vocal rest before we go live for the Stadium Series between the Boston Bruins and the Tampa Bay Lightning at 6:30. Dad might be here for a little bit. We'll see. You never know with him. If it's not Pittsburgh, it's all up in the air if he goes or not. But with that being said, do you got anything else you want to tell the people before we wrap it up for today, Dad?
Nope.
Or for this stream?
Nope.
All right, well, with that, if you guys did enjoy, smash like, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Much love again today. We gained 6 subscribers during the stream. Much love to every single one of you. And we'll catch you guys in about 30 minutes or so, 35 minutes for the Stadium Series game. Peace out and have a good one. See you guys later. Let's see. We got a hollow saying, I got lightning waiting for show. Well, hey, we'll maybe see you there.